Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Die Party Gambit, a weekly foray into the story that happened a long time ago in a galaxy far, far. I don't know. We'll work on it. It was a good intro in my mind, just not that good coming out of my mouth, like most things.
Like Tess's name, for instance. Tess's name. You're sat there.
Hey, yeah, that's it. That's it. In my mind, I can see it. I can visualize it. But then I can't say it because I'm Australian.
Maybe you should try hearing it in your mind instead. That might help.
I swear to God,
if the word.
My dog only barks around my girlfriend. He doesn't bark when I'm here. So the fact that I'm in another room means that he's going to bark. That's basically how it works. Anyway. Anyways, guys, it's we're in week number 12 of this. In case you don't know, this is Force and Destiny, a Star Wars Star Wars role-playing game where we play Jedi and their Jedi-related problems, like being a teenager, which we'll get into.
Slice of life Jedi stuff.
Oh my God, I would watch that.
But Master, do I have to?
Actually, it's called Star Wars Rebels.
I don't want it to add in my room.
Don't use the Force. I'm watching you.
Oh my God, that makes me flashback to last night. I just saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 last night with Rob, and the end, at the credits, after the credits with Groot. I don't want to ruin it for anyone that hasn't seen it.
Oh no, I know what you're talking
I've
about.
seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
So let's go around and introduce everyone before we get started and do some homework. Let's start off with Tess. I'm not gonna say your name because I always get it wrong. How you doing?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You've gotten it right at least on 3 occasions.
I know,
So
at least 3.
I have them marked on my calendar.
Oh my God. But yes, I'm good. I'm good. I've been running lots. I ran in this unbelievably gorgeous place. It's the same place that I went for a bike ride like earlier this week with my dad for Father's Day. He came to visit, and so Rob and I took him bike riding.
It's Father's Day. Why are you making him exercise? Come on.
It was his idea.
All right, okay. My dad would be like, "Fuck you."
Well, it was good actually because it was the impetus for me buying a bike.
Okay, the mountain bike, yeah.
And selling my old bike, yeah.
Oh, I understand now. You and your dad got really fucking drunk and rode mountain bikes.
Well, we actually got really fucking drunk the night before. Then the next day we rode mountain bikes, and then we got really fucking drunk again. Because it's my dad and he's Russian, and so like if you don't drink with him, he gets very upset with you. So yeah, basically, I blame him for my lushy wine drinking habits entirely. Anyway, but it was a beautiful ride. This trail is like the most gorgeous place on the planet, I swear to God. And there's baby deer and like bunnies and squirrels and birds and all the creatures. And it's just really pretty. It's shaded. It's right by like a river, so it's always breezy even when it's hot and humid out. And so I went there yesterday for a run, and I was supposed to do 8 miles, and I ended up running 10. It was just too pretty. And my body, when I was done, was like, fuck you. But it was really pretty while I was doing it. So I might go bike ride there again.
I don't understand how you make time for it. When I started going full time here on Twitch, I was like, okay, full time, let's go. I'm doing like 18-hour days now. You know, like I don't understand how you have the fucking time, to be honest with you.
It's hard. It's really hard. I have to make time for it. I really have to make time for it. And I have less time for other stuff like I mean, not that I ever really had time to play video games off stream, but now I really don't. And I definitely thank God that Rob does some of this stuff with me and he's cool with it. But I don't know. I'm still trying to work out the whole schedule thing. Yeah. I don't hang out at night anymore as much. Like I used to hang out in a lot of people's streams late at night, and I just can't anymore. I have to like go to bed, which is stupid.
I need to make a bot that pretends to be me in people's stream. Just go in like dick jokes per minute, and that's pretty much it.
Numbers go that high, Dave.
I mean, at least 2 per minute. At least 2. Speaking about dick jokes per minute, let's go on over to Fuzzy and see what she's been doing. What up?
That's a good transition. Very natural.
I've been trying to take over the world.
All right.
Also,
now, there's only really one answer for this, but which faction did you align yourself with?
I have not aligned myself with any factions yet.
Oh,
I'm
so
still
you're
weighing my options.
okay. You're in that phase where you're just like, well, I could build an army, but every time I get into fights, I lose half of them.
Not really. No, I mean I'm reasonably good at the tactics.
Okay.
But I'm grinding my army. I'm grinding for XP. I'm trying to get some sword sisters. Is it battle sisters? I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, the female knights, because they're pretty fucking good. And I just like having female soldiers in my army because, you know, girls are doing it for themselves. Yeah.
What is it like? It's on that. I don't know. How
Did you actually tell the stream what game you're playing?
Mountain Blade.
Mountain Blade.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought that was obvious from.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, I caught up. Okay.
Taking over the world! Or at least, you know, pillaging part of it. I'm probably going to marry some lord and turn him into my, you know, puppet. Or possibly help Arwa the Pearled One take over the Desert Kingdoms. That'd be cool as well.
There you go. That's the answer I wanted to hear. Curved swords. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking Best thing on horseback.
Speaking about curved swords, let's go on over to Peach Pixelate. How you doing, mate?
Hey, at least you didn't make an acorn joke. You're all right there.
I fell off a swing when I was young. So I don't want to go into it.
Nice.
Painful memories.
Nice.
Do you know what I've been playing? Again, Fallout 4.
Yeah, I saw that actually. Did you get the inspiration bug from KO?
No, I got it from Bobby.
Okay.
And then I saw Prilo playing it, and then I started playing it.
Yeah, because I've noticed everyone's just like, I'm just going to play Fallout 4 again. It's like, what the fuck? Why is everyone playing Fallout? Was there a DLC that I'm not aware of or some shit?
I don't think so. It was just one of those weird memes. Just, oh, let's just play Fallout 4 now. No, I forgot how... I just forgot how Fallout 4 is pretty damn good.
It's no New Vegas, but, you know, it's fun.
I mean... Okay, I miss the RP stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a better game. It's just a better game. If they could just put the RP back in, I'd be all right with that.
You know, I would love to sneak into your house or anyone's house that's doing Fallout 4 and install just a bunch of sex mods. Like,
right.
just install them.
They'll probably clash on my mod loader with all the other sex mods I have to load.
Because
I mean, it's TOS. I have to do these things.
Did you hear the story about the guy who invited his sister over to play Skyrim, and he forgot about all the sex mods he had installed? And then, like, during the actual moment, she's like, "Oh, stop right there, criminal scum! You violated the law." And then she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, what are these other options here?" Boop.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yes.
You'll have
they
to play
played Skyrim before? Is there anyone alive who hasn't played Skyrim yet?
Well, I mean, now all the people that own Switch can.
Now even, and they're releasing it again and again.
Nice.
Damn. They're just making a new one now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Speaking about playing Skyrim for the first time, let's go on over to Kika. I could have went any way with that, but I chose that one.
First time I played Skyrim, I had like a whole 100 mods installed. I turned a corner and there was like a unicorn running across the field with like a bunch of wind elementals blowing by, and it was beautiful for 2 seconds, and then everything crashed.
Yeah.
And if they hadn't crashed, they probably would have turned to you and just tried to murder your face, because you know.
Classic Skyrim.
What
yeah. Oh, isn't that? Oh god, my face.
So how's that 2B's cosplay coming along?
It's coming along pretty well. I kind of just need to put all the pieces together at this point. I haven't really been streaming this week though, because I had wisdom teeth, my last 3 wisdom teeth taken out on Wednesday. I originally had 8.
Wait.
So
I thought you have like maybe 4 max, like 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top.
Nah, I had 8.
Okay. Jesus.
Because I'm extra smart. I'm in Mensa for a reason, man.
And now you have none. So
I was like 18.
yeah.
2 people talking at once. I didn't here either.
It's okay. Both of the jokes were terrible. So.
Okay.
I wasn't joking. I took the Mensa test when I was 18.
How'd you do?
I can't remember now. I top 1 percentile though, so I think I could have
Top
gotten
1%. You know.
Eh?
Yeah, I like the Mensa bulletins. They send a lot of interesting articles.
Is that like a UK thing?
I can't
'Cause
remember.
No,
I
it's
don't
international.
international. Okay, I've never heard
Yeah,
of it. So.
I've been in it since I was 6. Anyway, yeah, so I haven't really been streaming much, but I did, before I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I went and hung out with Nika Harper, who used to work for Riot doing the Summoner Spotlight. She was Riot Nikasaur. She is like one of the most fun people I've ever met. If you ever have like a chance to meet her, jump on it just because she's amazingly fun. Play tested a game for like 4 hours and got shit-faced drunk. It was great. I hit a person with another person.
What were you fucking playing?
Anyway, good intro.
Good intro. All right. So, we have some homework to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some XP to spend. Who would like to spend experience points?
Me, please.
Tess.
All right, Tess, what have you got for
I
us?
did my homework.
Ooh.
I found the page in my 230. I closed the tab. Be proud of me. I only have 230 instead of 231.
Good stuff. You'll get there.
How does your computer not just scream at you when you switch it on?
It probably does. You just
I
have
don't
to
turn it
ignore
off. That's the other thing. I never turn it. God forbid I turn it off because then it's like a giant pain in the ass to
Mhm.
re-Tetris everything. But yes,
Tetris,
so
yeah.
you should see the Tetris. It's ridiculous. I have too many things. But anyway, so I had 40 XP left over from the beginning and last stream. So I would like to spend 20 on the mental bond ability.
Okay, that's yeah, that's in your actual tree, yeah. So that's Seeker,
Pathfinder,
yeah. So that is may perform the mental bond action, commit force die while committed, may communicate with bonded animal at long range and see and hear through its senses. So it's not going to be like, oh hello, how are you? It's going to be like a, you know, you're going to be able to mentally communicate with it. So it's not going to be a language any of us understand, but you'll be able to, you know, give it commands and it would be able to acknowledge and, you know, give you information. You can also look through its eyes, but you can't, like you replace your vision with its vision sort of thing, or its senses, whatever senses you want. So for example, you could just listen through it, or you could just look through it, or you could do both, you know, it's up to you.
Cool.
And keeping in mind, committing a force die when you have 1. Oh, actually, you have 2 now. Did you get the other force rating? No, you didn't.
I'm about to. That's what I want to do.
Okay, so you want to
With the
spend the
other
other one
20.
getting the other force rating?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, well, mark them down on your sheet. Make sure you set your force rating on your sheet to 2 now. And
How do I do that?
it's right.
Center, right?
Yeah, it should be right at the top
Somewhere.
there. Yep. Right next to your encumbrance. So you got wounds.
Force rating. Ah.
Yep. Just
So my threshold should be 2
correct. Should be 2.
because it was 1.
Yep.
And then I just need to add it under combat.
Yeah, it should be under traits and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone
Cool.
else gonna buy anything?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Peachy, what are you gonna grab?
I'm trying to find the force power. What page is it on the PDF?
So
PDF is huge.
yeah, the PDF is really big. So if you go to starts on page, I want to say starts on page 284 with battle meditation.
Right. No, we're not allowed to take battle meditation, are we?
No battle meditation. That one is exceedingly rare, and you guys already have an exceedingly rare force power. So
What? That we're all awesome.
force melds, motherfucker.
I
not
think
sure
was it
I'm awesome.
bind I wanted? No, it wasn't enhance.
Bind is the force choke. Enhance is the one where you can make it harder to hit you.
I think it's the choke one. There was
Yep.
something down the bottom of choke, or that I wanted.
Okay,
So
so
misdirect. No.
bind is Yeah, so you can make a
No,
discipline versus discipline.
Move. I want move because you wouldn't let me move a coffee cup. So I'm spending my money on move.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sure. How deep are you going on that? How much XP do you have?
I think I've got 20. Yeah, I've got 20.
Okay, so the basic power is 10. So you can, the user can move small objects with the force. The user may spend 1 force pip to move one object of silhouette 0. So a silhouette 0 object is a lightsaber, a coffee cup, that sort of thing. Within short range up to his maximum range. So you have to be within short range of it, but you can throw it up to the maximum range of this spell.
Right, and I want to get strength on that as well.
So you want to, okay, you can, so here's what you need to do. In order for you to activate this power, here's how it works. You need to roll 2 force pips and be able to use both of them, because it costs 1 to activate the power, then it costs 1 to increase the strength. So it's not like a default always on thing. You have to spend another force pip to do it. But here's the thing. If you spend, if you buy a second strength, you still only have to spend 1 force pip to activate strength level 2. You know, it's not like you have to spend 2 level strengths to get it up. So if you go all the way strength to the bottom, for example, you'll be able to do 4th level or four silhouette things, which I believe is a 4 silhouette thing is like a TIE fighter, I think.
Oh my god, yes.
I think so. Let me just double check that for you.
What does magnitude mean?
Magnitude is increase the amount of targets affected by it. So you can pull, like, if you got 4th level strength and 1 level magnitude, you could affect 2 TIE fighters at the same time. That's essentially how it works. But you'd have to spend 3 force pips to make that happen. Range is how far you can do it. So right now, if you had 4th level strength and 1 level range, the default level range, you could only do it within this, like, a short distance, which is like 50, 100 meters. So not very far. But if you were to, say, have 3 level range, which is the maximum you can get, you can go like a kilometer or less, just like maybe 400 or 500 meters, something like that.
I think I'm going to start with strength.
Yeah, strength is pretty good because it means that, for example, Tess's cat is silhouette level 1, so you could throw her cat around the room with your force.
I won't be doing that. I can see Tess's face. I won't be doing that.
I believe also a silhouette level 1 is a human being as well, so you could force manipulate a human being, but it would be a discipline versus discipline check.
I don't have control or anything like that.
Yeah, so it would be a discipline versus discipline check. So, you know, you won't be, like, you'll be able to, like, for example, if you wanted to, say, remove a helmet off a stormtrooper, you would still need to make a discipline versus discipline check. For example, you can't pull things out of opponents' hands until you get down to the control. And you can't use it to make attacks right now either. In order for you to do that, you need to get to the control upgrades.
Basically, at the moment, if someone's in my face, I can knock them back with 1 strength.
You can knock them back 1 range band.
Yeah. So
which
I can just...
is
I
the
think
same.
I want to start with that first.
Yeah, so to put in perspective, that's the same as you moving 1 range away from them. So if you knock them back, their turn happens, then they move into the space again. So you're still not going to be able to, like, it's not going to push them back to a safe distance, but it'll push them back because they get a free move.
I can push someone with my mind. I'm good with this.
Okay, good. Just making sure you understand that what you're getting into there. All right. Make sure you got them marked down on your sheet, because if I look and they're not, then you don't have them. Okay. Anyone else? All right, Kika, what are you gonna grab?
If I get Sleight of Mind rank 2, can I use it using 1 force dice? I believe that's force power. It has like the little star thing on it.
Sleight of Mind. What page is that?
94. Force and Destiny in the trees.
94? Oh,
Yeah.
is this in your, okay. Where do you see Sleight of Mind?
It's just in the shadow tree.
Oh. No, that just adds a blue to your stealth checks. So
Okay,
it doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna grab 2 ranks in that.
So you're gonna grab the one at the top and the one in the 15?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we can do that now. So if you go to your sheet, I'll show you. What's your character name again?
Yola.
Yola. Okay. Yep. All right. Oh, that's a nice picture.
Thank you.
So if you go to your skills and go down to stealth, do you see how I'm just going to add 2B next to it? So
okay.
that'll automatically add 2 blue dice to that roll every time. So if you roll it, for example, it'll always add 2 blue die into the check.
Okay.
So you don't have to do it automatically. It'll just do it. So.
And then you just ignore it if someone's immune to force powers.
Yep, pretty much. I'll tell you when it doesn't work. So.
Okay.
Yeah. The only people in this world that aren't immune to force powers would be like, what's the blue dude called? He's an admiral, Peachy. Thrawn, yes. He has lizards that make it so that force powers don't work around him. That's pretty much really the only instance of that happening. There might also be some species out there that are immune to it as well, but who knows? Probably won't come up. So that's a good investment. 2 blue dice is like, yeah, like if you check that roll just there, you basically got 2 successes and an advantage out of 2 free blue dice. So
nice.
They do actually help. Okay, Fuzzy, you got anything you want to purchase?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's get straight in.
Checked, honestly.
Let's get straight into it then. So we flash back again in time. I actually going to write down. I think it'd be like 24 BBY. No, it'd be a lot later than that. It'd be like 30 BBY. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Hang on, I'm gonna work this out. Yeah, otherwise it's gonna really piss me off, and if I got it wrong. So. Okay, so it's 38 BBY. There we go. That's better. And everyone has been living at Ilium Jedi Temple for a while now. You've had basic trainings. You've received your crystal out of the chamber, but none of you have done anything with it yet. Like you haven't been instructed on how to build any sabers. You haven't, been forced to meditate with it or anything along those lines. But you have been sort of training together as users for the Force Meld. And you've been getting acclimated with each other on a very personal and intimate level. Not anything like sexual or nothing like that, but it's mostly just you know each other's by all the senses and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be like you guys are definitely getting closer than you were before, even if it's just through the Force. So your master, Kid Admandi, has been living with you for the past month. He's recently moved in just to help you guys with your training. And he gathers you all together one day under the frozen waterfall. And he has in front of him a bag of junk. Just scrap metal, bits and odds and ends and all that sort of stuff. And he instructs you all to sit down cross-legged, or kneel down like Jedi do. I don't know what they call it, like the Jedi lean. Let's just call it that.
The Jedi squat.
The Jedi squat. Yeah, yes.
Do the Jedi shuffle.
Yeah, that's it. And he upends the bag of junk on the ice in front of you. And he points at it and he goes, "All right, children, it's time for you to take your next step. Today we will be building your lightsabers. And to do that, we will be using the objects in front of you.
Do we get a workbench or anything, Master?
No, you will be using your mind and the Force to build it for you. A saber isn't exactly a machine like a toaster or a droid. It is more, how do I put this? Together. There are no working parts inside of a lightsaber. There are no spinning parts. The only thing that powers it are these, and he holds up like sort of like a energy cell. I have the name of it. If you give me a second.
Is it a AAA?
AAA, yes.
No, D cells. They have to run on D cells. Come on.
Or like a 9-volt?
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe 9 volt. Yeah, car battery wired in. It's just...
Yeah.
The early ones had cables on them. Yeah, they did. It was cool.
Yeah. It was like a backpack, and it was. Yeah, it was pretty gnarly, and. Okay. Diatium power cell. That's what it's called. He has 4 of them in his hand, and he says, "These are the only parts that you'll need to include. The rest is up to your own design."
Do we at least get a screwdriver, Master?
No, you will be using the Force as instructed. If you cannot build your own saber, then you won't be training with a saber until you build your own.
Yola raises her hand.
Yes.
Could I have like a double lightsaber?
Whatever
There's, like,
image
2.
you have in your mind of a saber, and you can build it from these parts, it'll be your saber. Sabers are an extension of your body. Think of it as your own personal tool. You build it to your own specifications. You can make it as long, as thin, as short, as thick as you like.
Can I make one that's like a laser axe?
I mean, if you can build it, sure, I don't see why not, but I've never heard of anything like that, and generally speaking, sabers are a very elegant weapon.
I mean, axes are pretty great. You can use them for lots of
I don't
things,
think
like-
so.
I mean, an axe would be helpful when you need wood.
A saber can cut through anything,
Oh.
so you need not worry about applying force to a saber. So,
Except for the Force.
that was a terrible pun, and I will punish you later for it.
Hands up who's face palming right now. You're the GM. That doesn't count.
The entire
the
world
master's like-
simultaneously facepalm.
Yeah, it's just like...
I meant the characters. I meant my
A
character.
tsunami appears in every planet around the universe from the simultaneous facepalm.
It's a great disturbance of the Force.
Yeah.
As if millions of Jedi went, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, the puns.
Yeah,
Kinda walked
the puns.
into it.
Yeah. So, you are now given an opportunity to look at the parts, feel them, and sort of try and construct a saber in your mind. Now, if everyone would please open up your books. My God, I wish my dog would be quiet right now. I really do.
You chose this, Henley. You chose this life.
I can't. Give me 1 second here, guys. Go to the weapon descriptions on page 167 and scroll down till you find the sabers. I will be right back.
Oh God, where should I put my things?
Quick
I mean,
elevator
this is a
music.
Force and Destiny book he's talking about.
I assume
Yes.
so.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's You have a nice singing voice.
Me?
Yeah.
It's all right.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
PG, please.
It's all right. I have
Oh
shitty
my
range.
god, he's so cute. I forgive him for barking.
I don't.
He's the sweetest thing ever.
We got him a name tag today. Can you
Oh, probably why he's barking. I'm not a member of a free
Fuzzy
club.
ears.
Lightsabers start at
Hi, cute thing.
160 or 175.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, they start at 175, and there's like a couple of them you can pick from.
Yeah. I didn't actually know you could have a lightsaber pike before I read through this.
Yeah, so you can have a pike, you can have a shoto, which is like an offhand thing, especially if you want to do dual wielding. If you do intend to do dual wielding, your saber crystal can split. It will be weaker though. So keep that in mind. The training saber is what... So you guys will be building effectively a training saber, but it will have, you know, special abilities tied to it. Are you ready to go? Stop being a butthole? Yeah? Okay.
It's a dog, of course not. All right, what page was it again? Sorry, I fucking...
Yeah, it's page 177 is when the tables are. So the shoto is like a tiny saber. It's about yay big, and it's most like, you know, Count Dooku. He had 2 of them. They're mostly used for dueling. Yoda had a shoto as well.
Because he was dinky.
Yeah, because he was dinky. You can have a pike. I've never played with anyone who used a pike before, but that would be an interesting.
And I'll do it.
They are
Everyone
a
builds
ceremonial
pikes.
weapon.
Yeah, they are a ceremonial weapon. Yeah.
Could I have a double lightsaber that's basic on one end and shoto on the other?
Like a short one at the end there.
Yeah, short on one.
I mean,
end,
it
long
would
on
just
the
be a
other.
double-bladed saber. You can style it however you want narratively.
It would just
so.
be for flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've got the encumbrance for a pike.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3. That's quite a lot for a weapon.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Just do some push-ups.
How did you say that dual lightsabers would work?
You would be able to split your crystal, but it would be weaker because of it.
Okay.
You can also make a
No,
shoto and a basic saber if you wanted to. Shoto, so for example...
Oh, so I could have like a little blade and a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm. Shotos, I believe, give a bonus. Like, there are some sabers that give like different stuff. Let's take a look here real quick.
Shotos have accurate.
Yes, accurate gives you a blue, basically.
Yeah.
And for example, the lightsaber pike has cumbersome 3, which means you need a brawn level of 3 before you can even use it. So, double-edged lightsaber are unwieldy, and if you give me a second, I will tell you what that means. Unwieldy quality 164.
Oh my God, could I run 2 shotos like they were little daggers?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
An unwieldy weapon is a weapon that
Catch you, man! Catch you!
that can practically that can be particularly awkward to use for those without impressive dexterity, hand-eye coordination. To wield an unwieldy weapon properly, a character needs an agility, a characteristic equal to or greater to the weapon's unwieldy rating. So basically, you like. Much like cumbersome is for brawn, unwieldy is for agility. So.
Okay.
I would love a shoto.
Everyone's doing
I would
shoto?
actually also love 2 shotos, but I don't know if like 2 of us should do that. So I'm gonna.
I've been committed to this certain character in my mind, and he does not carry 2 blades, so go for it.
You sure?
Yeah.
So keeping in mind 2 shotos.
I was laser set on this character, and then you showed me lightsaber, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
It's
So
like Christmas, but with lasers.
yeah. So
Cool.
dual wielding means that the way that it works is you increase the difficulty when you use 2 weapons, right? So if it's 2 purple, it'll be 3 purple to attack, and if you hit, you basically add the damage of the second weapon on top of the damage of the first, I believe. So let me just double check that because I know it's different in each book. So I'm just going to make sure I know that.
Chat's got a good question. Does the saber whip exist?
Not in this book. but I wouldn't be surprised if there is like a extra. So here's the thing. There are like splat books for this game. There's like one for. They recently released the one for the Seeker, but they have a Guardian one as well. And each of them have different weapons and armors and stuff in them. So if they are going to have something like that in there, it'll be in a splat book if it's anywhere. I don't have them though, so tough ditties. Yeah.
I'm just gonna have a quick look.
Yeah. I want to have
RPG drive-through. They gotta have them.
Yeah, no, they do. They do. Actually, no, they don't. Here's the thing about the Force and Destiny books, or the Star Wars books. They don't have a digital release. They only have physical. So we're very lucky to have scans of them, but yeah. Let's see. Dual wielding. Yeah, so has everyone picked their saber that they want to build?
I think I'm just gonna go basic.
Basic
Same.
lightsaber, yeah. So basic lightsabers are good because if you take a look at the HP, it means that you can do modifications to your sabers, which is really, really good because some of the saber modifications are fucking mental. So take a look at the modifications as well, and that'll help you decide. That's why a Shoto isn't as good as a normal saber, but you do get that extra accuracy dice when you use it. So, you know, it's up to you.
Where do you find lightsaber modifications?
Throw those, the Shotos?
The Shotos,
Like
yeah.
throw them and then have them come back with the Force? Is
I
that a thing?
believe the only class that can do that is the Mystic. I could be wrong though.
Surely move can do that too.
No, it's an actual saber skill that you get in the trees. So, any sort of saber skills,
It's a skill.
it's a skill, yeah. Kind of like the reason why you go into the saber skill trees is because they actually have combat skills in them. So, they make it very, very cool to do.
I'll take back my XP.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this. Oh god, it's so annoying.
I found him.
Internet, just let me buy a thing I want. Damn you.
Do they actually have it in the thing?
No. Like trying to find shopping for it is just the book.
That's what I'm saying. They don't actually have it, so pretty sure it's
Can we choose any attachment or only the cheaper ones?
it depends on your HP rating.
I'd like a Crate Dragon. Depends on
No. You have Ilium crystals. Like you don't get special crystals. You have the Ilium crystal, which is the basic one.
Oh,
If you want to find different crystals later, you can do that as Jedi. You just have to go hunt for them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait, what page is the modifications on?
They start underneath that one, so you just keep scrolling down. You'll find it. Okay, it's 2 weapon fighting, not dual weapon fighting. 2 weapon combat, 217. Thank you. All right, so 2 weapon combat. Characters opt to carry a pistol and one. So you can have a. So Tess, for example, you can have a pistol and a melee weapon in the other. So you don't have to have 2 sabers. You can have 1 saber and 1 pistol. To make an attack, the player performs a combined check. First, the player designate 1 weapon as a primary weapon when making the combined check. The character attacks with this weapon. The player then determines what skills and characteristics the character uses when making the attacks with the primary weapon, and which are used with the secondary weapon. Finally, he determines the target. To assemble the dice pool, the player then compares the skills that would be used to make an attack with each weapon by itself and compares the characteristics that would be used to make the attack. So, for example, if you have a better ranged weapon than you do a lightsaber, I don't know why you would, but you could theoretically attack with the pistol first and then add on the saber. Then takes the skill that has the lowest ranks. Okay, so if you attack with a pistol and a saber, you take the lowest ranks as your attack modifier. Okay. Then he compares the difficulty of the 2 combat checks he would make and selects the one with the higher difficulty. Okay. Then he increases difficulty by 1 if the 2 weapons in the combined check are the same. by 2. And by 2 if they're different. Right, that makes sense. If he succeeds, he hits with his primary weapon as normal, and then he may also spend advantages and triumphs to hit with his secondary weapon. So in order for you to hit with your secondary weapon, if you have 2 sabers, right, you roll an attack with your lightsabers, and you increase the difficulty by 1, and then you would need to spend 2 advantages, which if you look at the dice roll right now, it's the little star, the one next to the star, or you'd spend a triumph, which is the last one on the stealth check there. Then you may spend additional advantages to increase the damage done. So if you have, for example, the reason why Ashoto is really good in the offhand is because it has a blue die, which gives it another chance to hit with an advantage. And the more advantages you get when you have a dual weapon fighting, the more likely you are to actually activate your secondary weapon. So it really depends on the dice. But you can modify your weapons to give you like advantages. For example, there is the quality tag that you can get, I believe it's called, which would allow you to basically have an automatic advantage every single time that you try and attack with it. So you only need to get 2 instead of 1. You only need to get 1 instead of 2, sorry. That bad. I said that backwards. Okay.
1 Shoto or 1 of the thing you just said?
So you can have a normal lightsaber and a Shoto, if you wanted to.
Okay, does that... I mean, that would be cool. The only thing is I also have... so my skills are in like a heavy ranged rifle, which I don't currently have, but...
What is your... Is your agility high?
I don't know.
As a Seeker, let's take a look. So Seeker Saber Tree. Okay, so do you see a Turu Striker? It's one of the books you can get.
My agility's 3.
Okay. There's a Seeker book. If you look at the Aturu technique, you can change your lightsaber skill from brawn to agility. So you can essentially use a pistol and a lightsaber as the same thing, basically. So, yeah. There are skills available for it. So keep in mind, you can always make additional lightsabers later. This is mostly just to give you how you got your saber now. So take that how you will. So what have we decided? Kika, what's your decision? What are you going to go with? You're muted.
Double lightsaber.
Double. Nice. I like it. Do you have the agility to use it?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Peachy, you're going for a single. Fuzz, you're going for a single?
Yes, I am. Yep.
And Tess, what are you going to go with?
I'm still confused. What do you recommend?
I recommend starting off with a single, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Would you allow it to flavor them?
Yeah, no, that's the whole point of this process. So, all right, so let's take a look here. In order for you guys to make it, you have all the materials in front of you that you need. Now, to actually build this thing, each of you are going to make a check. You can either make average mechanic, which is 2 purple, or you can make average law, 2 purple. So which ones would you guys like to do? I'm assuming Keek is going to go mechanics. Okay. I'm assuming Fuzz and maybe the rest of you are probably going to go knowledge law.
Yep, law.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start off at one at a time. So Kika, you're building a double-edged lightsaber, right?
Yeah, do I get any bonuses for having mental tools?
No, because you're not building it with your hands. You're building it with the Force. So, but understanding how a saber works...
Wouldn't that make it even better because I would have like Force tools?
Not really, no. So this is like...
I have to try.
Yeah, very specifically, this is like how Jedi personalize their saber. Like, for example, if you were to take your lightsaber to a mechanic, he wouldn't be able to fucking do anything. If you hand your saber to someone else and say, hey, modify this for me. Like, for example, if Peachy, you were to give your saber to Kika and say, modify this for me, she wouldn't be able to do it because your saber is built the way that you built it. Essentially, sabers are very simple things.
Space magic!
But the Force is what combines it all together. So even if you don't have an understanding of how mechanics work, you have an understanding of how sabers might work, or you have an idea of how sabers might work. So that's essentially how it works.
So the skill that lightsaber goes off is brawn, right?
By default, yes. Unless you buy a skill.
How do I change that?
There is in the trees that you have, every single class will have access to a saber combat tree. What are you? You're a guardian?
No.
Consular?
I'm not a god. Consular, yeah.
Okay, so your Jedi tree is called Nine-Man Disciple. And if you look at that tree, you need to spend 15 points to get down to making a lightsaber skill check. The character you may use willpower instead of brawn. So instead of having like the 2 that you would have for brawn, you would have the 4 that you have in willpower. So
3.
Well, yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, that's essentially how all the trees work. Every single tree has access to.
I'm not spending any more XP. That's what I want.
Yeah. So, who wants to build their saber first?
I'll go.
Okay. So yeah, you've put all your stuff together, and you've got an idea of how it looks. Can you describe your saber for us?
Yeah, I was sort of starting to sketch it a bit. It's sort of it's not really like sleek looking. It's sort of made from like more coppery and bronze and brass looking materials, and it's a sort of long hilt about this long that has sort of these claws that go around where the lightsaber blades come out.
Ooh, okay. Like just, you know, as a Zabrak, you're the Zabrak, yeah? Just making sure.
No, I'm a Twi'lek.
You're the Twi'lek. God damn it. Tess is the Zabrak. Ah. Okay, so you're the Twi'lek. Okay. So you have like a claw on the top sort of thing, like a hand almost?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Great. So you're building this thing and, you know, maybe you get into a meditative. How do you do it? Like, do you do it with your Force? Do you watch it? Do you meditate? Like, how do you build it?
She sort of she actually ends up laying on her back and like have the components float together and above her as she stares up at them.
Okay. So we are going. What type of check are you going to make here?
Mechanics.
You're gonna make a mechanics check. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please, and roll me a mechanics check. Oh, that is not good. That is
falls on
3.
my face.
Yeah, 3 failures. Like maybe you're trying to do it, and like you realize that you need, like with mechanics, it's not working for you unless you like inspect all the pieces and maybe like fit them together beforehand, and then use the Force to like just seal it or something. Like Luke Skywalker, for example, he's the type to like meditate and close his eyes and just let the Force around him build it. Maybe that's not your style, you know.
I realize it's not going right great, so I like roll over on my stomach and like draw some sketches and start like fitting the pieces
like in the dirt or in the
hands.
ice. You like scratch some sketches in the ice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make
charts.
charts. Go ahead and make another one. I'll give you a blue for your charts.
Okay.
No, good. You can't seem to like piece this together. You know, like you're scratching your head and you know, nothing's coming together. So why don't we let you sort of sit on that for a while, and we'll go on over to Peachy. Sorry, not Peachy. Varel. What does your saber look like that you're trying to piece together?
Okay, so I'm ignoring the crystal, I'm ignoring the parts, and I'm just thinking about it. Just thinking about how it would work. But it's going to be a 2-hander, so like an extra long hilt. And there's as the crystal comes out and just goes straight to this brilliant blue, there's a little bit that kicks off like a tiny little hand guard.
Like a metal bit?
No, like the crystal splits off, but like the crystal dissipates really fast, so it's like a really short, just like over my knuckle and hooks around a little bit. It's really short.
Are you trying to get a mechanical benefit from that, or
No.
no?
No.
Okay. So yeah, this is going to be a 2 purple, and you're going to use what, law?
I'd rather use discipline.
Nope. It's law or mechanics.
I will use law.
Okay. Hey, all right. Yeah. So how do you build it?
So yeah, I'm still ignoring the pieces and stuff, and I'm just thinking intently on this perfect thing in my mind.
Do you have it? Do you have your eyes closed? Are you meditating?
Yeah, I'm basically like I'm nowhere but my own head right now, and then I open my eyes and the lightsaber just falls to the floor.
I like the idea that you awaken from your meditative state because the lightsaber lands in your lap.
Yes, that's it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
So do you want to go ahead and turn it on, see if it works?
I know it works.
So before you turn it on, actually, because you succeeded, you can pick 1 free upgrade for your lightsaber that you can choose from.
What page were upgrades again?
They are on...
So it's 180 for lightsabers.
Yeah, if you just scroll down from there, you'll see them. Starts on page 191.
191.
So that's all the weapons and stuff. Lightsaber attachment starts on 195. So you can have like a curved hilt. You can have, if you want to see the actual page for it, and the advantages. So you can have, you could have a superior hilt personalization, which grants a superior quality. I believe superior quality will give you like, let me look this up. Superior will give you 1 automatic advantage on all checks with the lightsaber. So you just have an advantage by default, which is really good, really, really strong.
Yeah, that seems ridiculously strong. I'll take that.
Okay. What is the HP on your crystal?
10. What the lightsaber?
On the saber, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. 10. Scroll down.
You can also. Oh, hang on. There's the extended hilt.
Oh no, 5. My bad.
Okay, hang on.
Extended hilt.
Yeah. Let me just see what that actually does. Extended
no,
hilt. The idea of the hilt is to increase the lightsaber's striking and cutting power by using the leverage of 2 longer handles and 2-handed grip to help focus the word of strength into the force of the blow. Okay. So basically,
that is very contrary to what the master told me.
Yeah. So it'll give vicious +1, meaning that when you hit someone with the crystal, with the saber, it will. You also increase the weapon's damage by 1, and you will increase your crit rating on enemies by 10.
Oh, damn it!
So
I
to give you,
I wanted that, so I should do that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's pretty good.
So just add that. So one thing, there's another modification here called the dual phase modification. It allows you to change your blade length at will. So the next attack, so you may change the blade length once per encounter as an incidental. The next attack that turn made by that character using this weapon ignores the target's melee defense. So that's one thing to think about, which, can be like 1 black die.
So with this long hilt, the damage is now 7.
Yep.
Did you say the critical goes up?
No, the vicious quality goes up.
Vicious quality.
So put vicious 1. Yep.
Okay. And then that's the 10 crits on.
Yeah.
Right.
The other thing that's worth pointing out, the other modifications you can make is oh god, there's something flicking on the back of my head. I think it's a bug. This sucks.
Well, I kind of flavored it with the long hilt, so I should go for that.
Cool. The other one is, if you look at the Ilum crystal, you can take a look at the modification options there. So you can add an extra two vicious to it, or you can add an extra 4 damage, or you can increase or decrease the weapon's critical rating by 1 to a minimum of 1.
Not on top of this, though, right?
No, you only get to pick one. So
Okay. I'm gonna stick with this one, but that is also I just want to spend everything upgrading my saber now.
I mean, you can do it later. So all right, let's take a look at Fuzz then. Let's do you.
Oh, hi. Right. So you and I'm doing law, so and you want me to roll thingy law, right?
You're gonna roll law. Is that how you're doing it? What does your saber look like before you roll? What are you putting together?
It's probably fairly bare bones. It's just like a tube with some sort of like pattern grip. It's very smooth and sophisticated looking. I like to think.
Okay. Yeah. Business saber.
Kind of a yeah. It's one of those, you know, it's got like a recessed power switch and you know,
Okay.
it's maybe sort of slightly ergonomically curved and
Kind
things.
of like Anakin Skywalker's first saber, yeah?
Sorry?
Oh, I mean, if you want ergonomically curved, there is actually a Jedi a saber upgrade for that.
Yeah,
No,
I was thinking about
I
that.
was going to take, if I manage to get an upgrade, I'm going to take sophisticated, thank you very much.
Okay, you're gonna get that extra 1
executive
advantage.
lightsaber.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Superior.
So yeah.
So go ahead
I
and
just
roll law for me, please. You need to remove your force die, but yes, you succeed.
Yay! Right. So yeah.
So how are you building it?
I probably am using my hands, but just to sort of like guide the pieces, and I'm just like, okay, so this goes here, because I'm assuming what I've done is like, I've maybe had like a vision of how the lightsaber is going to look, so I'm just putting everything where it needs to be. So I'm just like, okay, that goes there and that goes there, right? Yep, okay, right. There we go, easy, simple, right.
Okay, great.
Floating bullshit.
So what are you picking for your modification upgrade?
I'm gonna pick
Superior hilt?
Superior hilt. Yeah, superior hilt.
All right, so make sure that so you're using a normal lightsaber. What's the HP on that thing? 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so it costs 1 hard point, and it grants a superior quality. So just in your saber, when you build it on your sheet, there should be a weapon tab that you can make. The superior quality grants 1 advantage automatically. So getting you closer to hitting that critical.
Yay! Which is a good thing.
Yep. And the damage will be 6, and your critical rating is 2. So, for example, you only need 1 additional advantage to activate your crit. That's what superior quality does. It's pretty fucking dope.
Nice.
You have 1 breach and sunder weapon qualities. So, yep. All right, Tess or Ray, have you decided on what your saber is going to be?
So I'm probably gonna need help, but I was looking at the curved hilt modification.
Okay. What saber are you going with? Just a standard one?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
because that's what you recommend.
I mean, you can pick whatever saber you like. You know, like you don't mind me. If you want the small saber, then that's perfectly acceptable too.
Tess, if you're not dual welding, I will think less of you.
Dual welding or dual wielding?
Dual wielding, but also,
wielding.
oh no, well, Kika's character would be doing all the welding.
So, yeah, I mean, like it wouldn't be too hard for you to do that. So,
to dual wield.
Think of the
yeah,
power,
if you want,
Tess.
if you
The
want,
power.
2 shadows.
if you want to,
I mean, that's what I would love to do is
2
dual
shadows.
2
Okay.
shadows.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that then. So you're gonna have to make 2 checks to build your sabers. So what are you building with? Mechanics or law?
Lore,
Law. All right. Go ahead.
I guess. I mean, I don't have a benefit to either, so it doesn't really matter, right?
So, well, it depends. Are you pulling your knowledge from books, or are you building it with your hands because you feel like it?
My hands, because I feel like it.
All right. Go ahead and roll mechanics then, please.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, it's like maybe like it's the small structure of the saber or something like that. You're having a hard time coming together with this saber. Like, what are you going to do to change to make it easier for yourself?
Can I spend some destiny pool points?
To upgrade it? That's a good point. Why don't we all roll destiny points right now? So everyone just roll your destiny. Nice. Oh, oh, oh. Fuzzy, that's not destiny, but okay.
2 threats. Oh no.
Which one's destiny again? I always.
It's in the destiny pool section
Yeah, it's underneath.
on the left-hand side, underneath.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
pool.
Sorry, got it. Right.
All right, so you got 2 white.
Hey.
That's not so bad. So if you want, you can spend a force die to upgrade your next check. So do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and try again. You wipe the sweat off your brow and give it another go. Give it another college try. Hey, all right. Wow, okay. So with that triumph, I'm going to let you pick 2 modifications, 1 for each hilt. So which ones do you want?
So I'm sort of confused because I'm seeing some of the ones you mentioned, but not all of them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're
so
mixed in there with the crystals, right? So it's
right.
So what are you looking for?
Could I have them both be curved hilt?
Absolutely. You want to Count Dooku this bitch?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's take a look. So curved hilt.
So it will make me look very badass.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. Your curved hilts will add an automatic success, automatic advantage to successful lightsaber checks when engaged with a single opponent. That's very important. If you're fighting more than one, it doesn't do anything. It's basically, the curved hilts are essentially for dueling. And that's what they're designed for. They're designed to make it easier to sort of duel with other people. So if you want to have 2 of them do that, then absolutely. Or what you might want to do is maybe have that as an offhand modification, and then on your main hand, you can have whatever you like. You could have what's the can someone tell me what the HP rating is for Shoto?
3.
3.
I
Okay.
believe,
So you can have a lot of things, but you can only do so much.
Okay, so let's do 1 curved hilt,
Mm-hmm.
and then
So it only curves to the left. Jesus.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. Just chat.
I don't know.
Might I suggest the superior? It is a very good upgrade.
Okay, I'll go with that.
So basically, 1, you'll get an extra. So here's what will happen: if you're using your sabers, you'll automatically get 1 advantage. However, if you're fighting only 1 person, you'll get 2 advantage. So that's what that essentially means. So when you write your sabers in your character sheet, because you guys are going to have to do that yourselves, you will make sure one of them has superior and one of them has curved hilt. And once you have that, your weapons will be complete. So Kika, you're still struggling to build this immaculate double-bladed saber. Are you still going to try and do it with mechanics, or are you going to fall back on maybe your Jedi training and try lore? Also, Tess, if you could please spend a force point or destiny point, that'd be great.
Sure.
My mechanics.
Is it just use light side?
Yeah, use light side. Yep. Okay, cool. So what
my mechanics is still better than my lore.
Okay. Do you want to spend the last destiny point to upgrade it?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. So go ahead and just spend that point for me, please.
How do I do that? I use light side.
Yep, that's the one. Great. And go ahead and make that check for me, please.
Mechanics. Go.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man, I fucked up. So hang on, let me just check this. I didn't clear the pool. Sorry. So it's 3, 4, 5 black. Cool. Nice. All right. So yeah, great stuff. You actually built it this time. So maybe yours took a lot longer to build than everyone else's.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like more intricate.
Yeah, it's very atypical in appearance.
Mhm.
I put a sketch in the Discord chat.
Did you want to pick a modification?
Yes, the size adjusty one.
Oh, okay. Dual phase modification. I like
Yes,
it.
dual phase modification.
That's a good one. So you can use that as an incidental, which means you can basically use it as like a free thing once per
Reaction.
Yeah, like a reaction. Yeah, on an attack, once per encounter. So you can't use it multiple times because essentially, think of it as like a trump card, right? The moment you use it, your opponent will be expecting it from now on, right? That's sort of how that works. All right. So with all those sabers built, you all turn them on. Check how they work. Peachy doesn't because he's sorry, Varel doesn't because he's like, I know it works.
Is it okay if I put my sketch in the
yeah, go for it.
chat?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yeah, I sort of like, I turn mine on, just like, boom.
Yep.
Super smug.
Super smug, yeah. So the room illuminates with all the colors of your sabers, aside from Varel, who's for some reason sucking.
I believe you described it as a.
He's that's the sound effect of all the joy being sucked out of the room. Atypical for Jedi fashion, I suppose. So yeah, we fast forward 19 years. It is now 18 BBY, and or 20 years, 18 BBY, and everyone is on this escape shuttle flying towards this Star Destroyer. And that's when, I forget his name. Does anyone remember his name? Because I had to quickly come up with a character last time.
Which guy?
The guy that helped you escape. I forget his name.
Mr. Bonkman.
Yeah.
Mr. Bonkman. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, it's going to piss me off too. Anyway,
Skittles. He was called Skittles.
No, Mika. That's his name. And Mika turns around and goes, "Oh no, we seem to be trapped in the tractor beam. This is not good." He's just like, "Have any of you considered killing yourselves? Because I really don't want to be on there."
Is there any way you can break free?
The only way I've seen of breaking free is like I'd read in a comic book once that someone dumped a whole load of crates out the back of their spaceship and flew out. But we don't have crates. We have droid and human, and Twi'lek and Spiky Hand.
How sentient is the droid?
He just like turns to you. He starts ramming into your leg and being like pulling out the little shocker thing and trying to shock you with it.
I thought I turned it off.
Barely sentient. We're not going to do that, everyone. It's barely sentient.
Maybe I can reprogram it to be friendly.
So you can throw it at the back of the truck.
No, it can call it could no, you just have a friend.
I turn to the droid, sort of like under my breath. You remember this? I just put him back in the cupboard, close the door.
All right. So, what would you guys like to do? Do you want to get sucked in? Do you want to try and break free somehow? Reverse the polarities on your ship and just fly away? I don't know. How do you want to do that?
Do that? That'd be great.
Yeah, can I do that by hitting a bunch of buttons?
No, not really from hitting a bunch of buttons. Ships weren't designed to not pulled in. You would have to do some pretty hardcore alterations to the ship on the fly and in a very quick fashion.
A computer check?
No. I would say a mechanics check more than anything.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, I'm gonna say that this is because
what
you're
are you actually doing though?
Because I imagine it's a lot of like you're trying to like break free of a tractor beam, which means there's no real mechanics in the game for this. But essentially, you're being pulled in out of your will. You're essentially, you have no momentum, essentially. So you're trying to create momentum by giving yourself an extra boost. And by doing that, you're going to put the ship's engine at risk. And on top of that, you're also going to be rolling a pretty hard check. So we're going to do a daunting check, which is 4 purple. And I'm also going to give you 2 black. 1 for being stuck in a tractor beam, and 2 for the fact that the engine's on the outside of this thing. So you're going to have to do some internal rewiring in order to get enough.
What are you doing, Kiki? Let's get a blue on this. Come on.
Well, I want to make the engine sort of kick, like really hard, like suddenly to sort of jostle us out of the trajectory of the tractor beam, so we're like out of it and we can sort of maneuver away quickly.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
This kick,
yeah,
we could maybe try and jump towards the front of the ship and confuse the gravimetric sensors.
That would help.
So
I don't know. Will it, Dave? Will it?
No.
But
but that's what you're trying to accomplish.
But rerouting the gravimetric sensors to give us some extra power with, the cost of us being weightless for a few seconds might help.
So you're going to salvage another thing on the ship in order to...
Could she pass a computer's roll to maybe get a blue if she did use that?
Well, it's mechanics.
I'm trying to get you blues, Kika.
So I'm going to say that because the only way you're able to make this check is by salvaging other things. So just by saying that you're going to salvage thing isn't going to give you a blue. What would give you a blue is like giving me maybe like a piece of backstory or something like that where you've done this before, or where you've like retrofitted something on some guy's pod racer or something like that. You can come up with something. I know you can.
Remember all those pod races?
Yeah.
Remember them?
Oh,
I try and fill her mind with pod racing.
Now this is pod racing.
There was a smuggler that wanted me to wanted extra speed to, make some pretty risky runs. So he had me pretty much take apart the gravity controls, like the artificial gravity controls, and convert that into extra engine power. So basically it sort of made like an anti-gravity booster engine.
Okay. How did you fare with this build? I mean, did you ever see him again?
I saw him twice.
2 times before you did it, or 1 after you did it?
Twice after. 1 alive, 1 dead.
Do you tell your companions about this?
Oh, no,
I helped her scavenge some of the parts.
Yeah,
we don't need life
Thinking about this
compensation
right now.
What's this oxygen tank? We don't need that. It's fine.
She was super excited when we got the parts together and she was able to try this out. I remember.
At the expense of someone else's hell. All right, I'll give you a blue for that. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Jedi, man. Fucking Jedi.
Go ahead and roll me a mechanics, please.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, so at the expense
My
of...
dice are shit in this game.
At the expense of the gravity compensation in your ship, you try and like retrofit extra boost power. Like I imagine it's a case of like you're taking like all the power from it and live sparking wires, just jam it into something else because you don't have the time, right? You don't have the time. You're being sucked in, and then you try and kick it. But then like what happens is you throttle or whatever it is. You punch it Chewy, and the lights go off, and all of you are just floating in non-gravity space in the side of the ship. as as an alarm starts blinking, like just a little light just starts clicking on the panel. When you realize,
what do you do?
Well, this is not exactly optimal, is it?
I open the cupboard and take the droid out and ask it for advice.
I mean, you
Cat
can't
is
speak
going
binary, so
really
like,
uncomfortably.
you don't speak binary, so unfortunately,
But it can understand me.
yeah, it does that worrying sound.
I know, little buddy.
The line that's flickering is it says O2 levels critical. So you guys are basically floating lifelessly, being pulled into a Star Destroyer while running out of oxygen. So.
Well, think of it this way. Now they're our rescuers.
That's definitely a way to look at it, yes. Okay.
Maybe we can bluff our way out of this, guys.
Oh, really uncomfortably in the background.
I think that possibly waiting at the hatch and, you know, trying to fight our way out might be a good idea.
I take out like the blaster pistol I took off the guard and say, "Don't worry, I know how to talk to these guys."
Oh, no.
And with that, we're going to take
turn on my lightsaber.
and with that, we're going to take up. We're in one hell of a sticky situation when we last joined you guys. Floating in space inside of a... I've already forgotten the name of it now. Inside of a beam that is pulling you in. God, I can't remember the fucking name of the beam. And... what? Sorry? Tractor beam. Tractor beam, thank you. Yes, inside of a tractor beam, inside of a ship that is running out of oxygen very quickly. Floating in the dark.
It's okay, guys. We'll just grab another ship. This one is crap anyway.
It's said and done, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're technically in the pretty same situation as we were before. We just need to grab a different ship.
One that's probably full of angry men in white armor and
why would they be in their ship inside of a Star Destroyer unless they're like already preparing to launch anyway?
Well, question, how is this new ship going to be any better at withstanding the tractor beam than our current ship? The tractor beam is the problem.
What exactly is the crew complement of a Star Destroyer? Just any idea?
Well,
it's in the hundreds of thousands, probably. I actually don't know. It's about the size of a.
May I suggest we stop counting our chickens before they're hatched? First, we need to get out of this.
What's a chicken?
Space chicken. Sorry, my bad.
Look, chickens exist, ducks exist, geese exist.
So there's roughly about 47,000 people on board this thing.
But they're not like all in the hangar.
Yes. That's true. Very much true. So yeah.
I have a bad feeling about this.
How do you? Okay, I have a question for you guys.
About everything.
If you wanted to sort of like receive or be inside of a ship and try and like, you know, wait until boarded of a Star Destroyer, how do you do it? What are you doing? Like, what are you posing? Like, are you posing with the guns pointed out? Posing with sabers above your head? Like, what are you doing? Exactly. Keeping in mind, it's important to try and pretend you're not Jedi.
I suggest, Yola.
Yes.
No talking. Good. Perhaps Perhaps you and Ray should just stand at the back, and when it's time to make noise, you can make noise then?
I'll staying quiet as long as I can have my gun at the ready and my cat at the ready.
No, I don't think you need that.
Ah, you think we can fast talk our way out of this?
Well, I sure as hell don't think we can fight our way out of this. There are 75,000 men aboard this ship.
And women. And other.
But what sort
I
of
think you know
droid
what I
complement
meant.
does this have?
Ah, look.
Droid compliment?
Yes. How many droids?
Fuck if I know. Lots.
Lots.
They don't list droids in the crew of a Star Destroyer, unfortunately.
Their equipment.
They are equipment, yes. Probably lots of droids.
Dear, you and me, we should probably try some talking, I think.
Okay, yes, we can do this.
Okay, so
Sorry,
there's
Do
a,
Ray-
that.
Ray,
I'm
you're
just gonna
not
have
really-
Kitty hide.
You're a killer,
Somewhere.
right?
there is no hiding inside this ship. It's literally like 4 walls and a seat at the front. There's
I'm
no
gonna
hiding.
go up to the,
She's just at my feet going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the pilot and just put my arm around and just be like, and we can rely on you not to.
Die. I think we can just about rely on him to die, nothing else.
That's very
No,
rude.
no,
Mika,
you
Mika is actually very good at not talking in the
Mika.
right positions. Huh?
I suggest then you practice more till you become a master, like
Yes,
our
my-
dear Gaul.
Yes, my friend. If we'll do the talking, okay? Trust us.
I'm
We'll
gonna
get
stay
it
near the
fixed.
back, but sort of like maybe like adjust my clothing and take more like an attractive pose so that I am mildly distracting to them when
Sure.
they come on.
Sure. So Mika will be like,
How do you just do that?
I'm a Twi'lek.
so Mika will mention, it's like, if you get Mika out of this, consider your part of this escapade paid for. Yes.
I point at like a terminal panel that opens up to get at some systems or something, and just point at him. I look at him and I point at this little panel, just in there. Okay.
There's no hiding in this thing. It's literally a dropship. There's no hiding in the panels.
Were you channeling Arthur there?
What is he?
He's a Rhodian.
Yeah.
He's
A
ready.
Rhodian could hide in.
No, sir. This is a very small ship. You're misunderstanding how big this ship is.
Just stick him to the ceiling.
It fits. As a.
Don't we? Isn't our windshield ornament lifelike though? Look, it's a bobblehead.
Yeah.
Wobble, 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 wobble.
There is a crew
Your-
complement of this thing of about 7 people. There is no hiding in here. And when I like, Mhm.
You're our pilot. You are taking us to a great resort planet called.
Naboo.
No. Right. In this, we're going to get to Naboo. Right.
I mean,
I hope
eventually.
they're as stupid as you are.
All right, so you hear a giant clunk, like a, and a seal coming in, and then nothing for a very long time, roughly about an hour. They just leave you in this ship.
Bloody red tape.
Yeah, no, you're probably not wrong there.
It's always like clipboard. Yeah, I'll do it after lunch. It's fine.
And what do you guys do for an hour? Like, how do you kill time? Do you try and like open the door? Do you do anything?
I will not let anyone open the door.
Are there any this is probably dumb and probably answer is probably no, but are there any like sensors on the ship? Could I
Any
like
way we could see outside?
yeah, like maybe see past the door?
Can I
There
see
is the
this
wind.
out
There is
somehow?
like the way to look outside of it. But all you see is like the hanger of a wall hanger. If you wanted to try and like turn on a sensor or something like that, you'd need to start the ship up again, and that's something that was drained as well because you have no power essentially. So you don't, unless you can find a way to power the ship up and turn on the sensors, you're kind of out of luck a little bit there.
Card game, anyone?
Can I program the ship's droid to see us as friends?
I mean, do you have a restraining bolt?
No.
Okay, then it might be
Those
very hard
cost
to
money.
do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I will
would-
try being nice to the droid.
For an hour, he's just like, friends? Yeah. No.
I would like to reach out with the Force and try and see if I can figure out what's going to happen.
Okay, sure. Why don't you go ahead
Roll
and
for that again? I've forgotten.
you roll your force die,
All right. Did I? Hang on. Which is that one now?
the
yeah?
white one. Yeah. Hmm.
Didn't you clear the pool?
No, you need to add one to it, and then. Oh, actually, let me see if this works. I put one in there. Go ahead and roll. Okay, good. That does work. Okay, yeah. Well, as expected, the only thing that you feel is the inquisical nature of the dark side seeping into your mind. Almost like it's coming up through the back of your eyelids a little bit.
Ooh.
Like
Oh.
it's almost like trying to keep your eyes shut and you're trying to open them, you know? That's what it feels like.
Oh yes, I have a very bad feeling about this.
So about an hour goes by, and when you hear the sound of like pressure being pushed onto the door and pulled, as the door is forced open, do you guys do anything? Like, what poses are you getting into?
I'm sat down. I'm quite comfortable.
Leaning in the background since I've been told to stay back. Like leaning up against a bulkhead with the cat at my feet, like kind of nudging itself against the bulkhead so it's not super obvious behind me. It's a giant cat, so it can't hide, but it kind of blends with me.
Yeah. And as the door opens and slams onto the metal floor in the hangar bay, you guys look out and see what can only be described as 30 or 40 odd stormtroopers lined up on either side of the exit of your ship, with a officer, a kind of short officer actually, standing at a brisk attention as a man in a black robe with obvious armor platings on the outside stands next to him.
Oh, thank goodness, we were almost out of oxygen.
Well, what are you guys going to do? They're just waiting there.
I'm gonna stand up, straighten out my robe, and walk off.
What do you
Yeah,
have Jedi
I'll-
robes on
Into
right now?
Huh?
Do you have like obvious Jedi robes on right now?
They're not Jedi robes. They're just like sand robes.
Moisture farmers. We're simple moisture farmers.
Okay.
That's the whole point of like your monk, your Jedi. It's just a sack. You're just wearing a sack.
Yeah.
I will follow you off. Yeah.
What kind of officer is it? Is it a captain?
I would say it's probably more like a lieutenant, probably. I don't know the rankings of the Imperial Army, so.
As we go forward, I'll just sort of aside you. So we're pretending to be smugglers, yeah?
I believe we're just innocent people who might have been caught up in some kind of hilarious mix-up with stealing a ship.
Could be bounty hunters that were hunting our cohort that's flying the ship, and we were fooling him into.
You're gonna
some
throw him
mission.
under the bus.
We're not bounty
We'll get
hunters.
him out later
We're not bounty hunters. We're simple moisture farmers.
I'm a mechanic.
with a giant tusk cat, because they're gonna believe that.
Yeah, it guards the cattle.
Yeah,
The moisture cattle.
I mean,
you have to milk them.
you could always be honest about the jobs that you had on the planet. Like, it's not a
Yeah.
far-fetched thing to just say that.
I'm a
Yeah,
mechanic.
Yeah,
The
we
best
just happen
lie
to
is one that is
get
most
into the wrong ship.
everything except the fact that we're Jedi.
Yeah.
So
What? I don't know what that is.
As me and Deer are walking down off the ship, Lieutenant, thank you for saving us. We are running out of oxygen. And I look back and I wink at Yola. No, I don't. I mind wink. I mind winker, Henley. I mind wink.
Okay, great, perfect.
I give him a mind pat on the back. Like you
I
just
was gonna be
feel
like,
very reassured and comforted.
It's very comforting.
Does there appear to be? Is there a problem?
So the officer at attendance will, pull out a clipboard and he'll flick over them and it's just like, it appears you are in a registered stolen vehicle, space vehicle.
That's a stolen vehicle?
That little bastard.
There must be some kind of mix-up.
I believe there is not. You will be coming with us for questioning.
Well, I would really like to sort this.
Indeed.
I think there might be a clerical error somewhere.
Troopers? And he'll like, and as he says that, like the troopers will like start to apply restraints to you guys. Please do not make this any more than it needs to be.
I instantly.
Yep.
Yeah, hands in front, not behind.
So are you two, is Yola and Ray still on the ship?
Yeah, we walked off and they were just sort of like staying back so they couldn't.
I was
There's
waiting to
oxygen
be
now,
adopted.
I know how to talk to these people. Watch this.
So a couple of stormtroopers will walk onto the ship and then one will see the cat and turn around and it's like, so we have a tusk cat on here? And he's like, oh, what now, soldier? And he's like, that'd be a tusk cat, sir. And he's just like,
this is my emotional support animal.
it's like so he's like, so do we have any paperwork for emotional support animals? And he's just like, he's just like,
send me a P482C.
It depends. Does he have a registered disability? And it's like, ma'am, do you have a registered disability?
Yes.
She's got an anxiety disorder.
Yes, exactly.
If you take the tusk cat away, she'll just start freaking out. It's best if you just keep them together.
Have you got any
She's really
paperwork
docile.
on that?
She's just a baby anyway.
Can I have your paperwork, please?
Can I have some forged paperwork handy? Is that a thing?
Do you have it on your sheet?
God damn it.
It's in her data pad.
Yeah, it could be in my data pad.
I don't think you do. That's too unreasonable. Like, there's no way you could have been like, well, if the Empire captures us in a stolen vehicle, how do we have this?
What if she just actually has an
I'll tell you what,
disorder as part of her character?
you had an hour, right? You have data pads. You had a way to come up with a alibi, essentially, for why there's cats on here. I am going to say it's okay for you guys to make a hard computers check amongst yourselves to come up with identities, paperwork, etc.
Okay, cool.
So this will just be one
Are you
check
best at computers,
for the entire thing. So
Yeah, but I'm not best at rolling.
Well, it's up to you. No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah, I have 2 ranks in computers and an int of 3, so that's 2 yellow and a green.
that's
If
that's
we're
pretty
all
good.
doing this and she's got like an hour to do it, does that?
No,
how
yeah,
difficult-
this will be one roll for all of your papers. essentially.
Yeah, but how difficult is that going to be?
It's 3 purple.
Right. So currently impossible.
I mean,
You
no,
guys-
not really. She's rolled.
No,
she actually
but-
has better die than what I'm offering as a difficulty. So, yeah, she has.
Yeah.
We
she
have
has,
no more light side that we could use.
No more light side.
You've got 3 yellow for this? Do it.
2 yellow, 1 green.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
She
Yeah,
actually has
do
that
it.
good stuff. So, I'm going to put a black die in there
force me with you.
because you're doing it on a data pad in the dark. Yeah. So that's
With an ill house trained cat.
You guys are like helping me figure out the
perfectly trained.
details that I should be adding, right?
Oh yeah. I was like, I want to be a relationship counselor. Yes, that sounds great.
Well, no, this is more like identities rather than like career paths.
Yeah, look, put in there that I'm a relationship counselor. It'd be great. I always wanted to be one.
Okay, so I got 1 blue, 1 black,
always
and
wanted to
3
be a
purple.
fireman.
Can I experience Galaxy Firefighter? Go ahead and make your computer check, please. Yeah, you finish just as the door opens. So each of you have your own identities on your data pads. Yes, indeed.
Great.
I mean, it seems fine.
I told you guys you should help me out with this.
They did. That's why you got a blue
help
die.
with the clip art.
That's how you got the clip art. Yes, I am the old man clip art. .jpg. So yeah.
Does my indistinguishable help in any way?
Read it out for me. What does it do?
Okay, where was that?
I believe it would. Like they would look at your paperwork and be like, "Yeah, it seems like you," but everyone else is going to have problems. So.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like, do you have your paperwork, man?
I just stole my fake paperwork. No.
I mean, the stormtrooper's talking to you, Tess, about your paperwork.
Oh.
For your mental disability.
So here you go. I'm a planetary pilot in training, but I need this cat to make me brave because I'm scared.
It's like,
and I just try to look really small next to the big cat.
all right, we will make sure that this goes to processing. And then he turns around and is just like, we're going to need a medium-sized animal cage in here.
You don't need a cage. She'll just come with me, I promise.
No, ma'am, we do need a cage. It is protocol.
You might want to have some Danex ready.
Unless you want to get in the way or do something, maybe like a mind trick of some descripts.
There is a dark Jedi standing in that room, Henley. No, I will not, sir.
Oh, I mean,
no, I will.
It's just moisture farmer robes, okay? Like, he just happens to like black and armored.
Dark Jedi, we don't know.
He works the night shift on the moisture farm.
Night shift on the moisture. I'm assuming that's the only shift on the moisture farm.
Hey, ninja moisture farmers, okay? Ninja moisture farmers, when you've got to blend in against the darkness because the sand people are giving you shit,
Yeah.
All right.
So just to clarify, the cat still has no skills, right?
No, the cat has skills. He has his own character sheet.
Right, but she doesn't, she's still a young cat, right?
No, she has skills. Check the character sheet. You'll see the skills that she has. She's the same as anyone else.
Anti-caging ability.
I mean, she might have lockpicking.
She has stealth.
She does, yes.
Sure how well that would work in a small ship full of angry.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly a case of like whether or not she can get out. But right now,
she's a cat. Of course she can get out straight through the legs.
I mean, do you want her to run out of the ship?
Well, okay, they haven't actually brought the cage yet, right?
No, they're requesting it. So if you want, she can sprint out of the cage and run off, and try and hide somewhere.
I mean, that will be the plan if the cage actually appears.
Oh no, it will. You give it enough time, the cage will show up. This is an Imperial Star Destroyer. They run it on clockwork. So.
Well, I've got the stamp here, you see.
Kind of like how you can't travel with a dog on your lap in an airplane. It's going to be the same sort of thing. You're going to have to stow your animals underneath. So the same thing will happen here. And you're going off to holding cells, so they're not going to let you take a cat with you, especially one as, vicious as a tusk cat. So.
Okay, so I mean, I just really want to keep her safe. So can I signal to her through my mind ability to GTFO and find a hiding spot? And
sure. So how this will work is that. So within sight, right, the way that it's going to work is you have to commit a force die to this. And as long as your force die is committed, you can at will communicate over long distances. Does it say how long?
I don't think it did, actually. At least not that I saw in that.
Let me take a quick gander for you.
Long
range. Okay. So
can I look over to Ray and just sort of address the group where I'm looking at Ray? Now, as long as we comply, they won't use any force. We don't want any force applied at all, do we?
Right, but
No,
her
force,
escaping isn't us using force. She's just
you have
escaping.
to use a force die to do it, so it's a force power.
I mean, yeah, it is.
I mean, once she's in a cage and they
Henry's
separate
just got
her
that
from
look on
me,
his face.
we have a problem, right? Because
I'm
no matter what, we're gonna have to get her back.
Sir, Mr. Stormtrooper, sir. I understand that the Tusk Cat needs to be in a cage, but could the cage be kept with her? You know, so she doesn't freak out. They don't need to, like, so long as the cat's restrained, that's fine. They just sort of need to be together.
Why don't you give me a check, please?
Oh God, I'm gonna die.
This will be. I'm pulling up the Stormtrooper sheet. So. What are you attempting to do here? Charm?
I guess.
Okay, so this will be a 3 purple charm check. So go ahead and roll that for me, please.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's a failure.
No.
Oh God.
So he'll be like,
I misread.
he'll be like, the cat will be taken to processing along with the rest of you.
Okay. I mean, here's the thing. I'm either gonna have to spend force to get her away now, which is probably gonna be easier than getting her out of processing later when she's already in a cage.
Yeah.
Right.
Still smiling at you, my words ringing in your ears.
So none of you know.
The problem is Henley's got that look on his face like he's just stuck 4 Jedi on a Star Destroyer with a Dark Jedi. He's got that look on his face. I don't know where it's coming from.
I mean, it seems like an unwinnable situation regardless, so I'm gonna at least try to
have
save face.
space fun.
Yeah.
Keep in mind.
Later, I promise. I promise, Ray. I promise, Ray.
So here's your options, Ray. You can take the cat and put it in the cage, and let the stormtroopers like stow it or whatever, and force connect with her, and know where she is at all times. You can force connect with her, send her out, and try and have her hide somewhere, keeping in mind that this is a bay full of stormtroopers with no obligation to keep your cat alive. The other option is that she can, you can just put her in the cage and let her go with everyone, or that's pretty much how it would go, right? So they're really your only options that you have at this point in time.
I mean, do we even have any hope of escaping at all ourselves?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
We're baby Jedi. Faced with a dark Jedi.
I think. How many times have Jedi just be imaginative, right? I'm not putting you in a situation that you can't win. This is episode 2, 3 of you guys playing.
That's episode 4, 5.
Like.
Okay, fine. I'll put her in the cage. I'll just keep the mental connection.
Yeah. If the cat runs off, they might decide to shoot the cat.
Maybe. Like, I'm not going to put you guys in a situation that you can't get out of. Don't worry about that.
You've just made it very clear that while we might die, the cat likely will, and I don't want that to happen.
Oh, as long as you don't put it in a situation where it will die, it'll be fine. And even then, people will. You gotta think of it like airport security right now. That's essentially what you guys are going.
The TSA.
They're the TSA
Fine.
right now. So
I'm all primed to get groped. Let's go. Let's do this.
all you guys know is that you've shown up.
Special bra.
You've shown up in a registered stolen vehicle, essentially, and you're into processing. That's what's happening right now. So
yeah, they're just doing their jobs.
Everything will be fine. you know, I'm not going to make any American police jokes here.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Can
I'm
I
depressed
sense
enough
this guy's
already about that.
What's
Or
that?
is that a force move to sense someone's presence?
Do you have sense? Yeah. No. Do you have? What do you have? You don't have sense.
If it's a
no.
force, if it's a force ability,
It is a
I'm
force
not-
ability. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it. If I do, I'll check. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think you have. I think you have the one for like this is not the droid you're looking for. I forget what it's called. But yeah,
It's called the hand wave.
it's called the hand wave. Yeah. So the crate will come. If you allow it, the cat will go in. Would you like to commit a force die to communicate with it telepathically?
Yeah, I need to know where she's gonna be.
Can she do that later?
You have to be like within sight of it to activate
Okay.
it to begin with. So.
We know where it's.
So
So-
the moment you commit your only force die is the moment you remove yourself from the force, essentially, right? So what's happened is you commit your force die to knowing where this creature is at all times,
And staying connected, right?
but you lose the connection to your friends, that mental connection. Like you basically, it's like you drop out of the Skype call, essentially, with everyone that you have telepathically, mentally. Oh no, you have 2 force die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's fine. You stay connected. It's fine. I forgot that you bought a second one. So you're good. As long as you don't commit your second force die to something, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And
So this says while committed may communicate with bonded animal at long range and see and hear through its senses.
that's right, yes.
So how long does that?
A long range is like maybe about half the size. No, it would be like, oh God. I think it's like a kilometer. I could be wrong though.
Okay, so likely the
It's-
holding cells.
Oh yeah, no,
although
if
not
it's,
next to each other.
yeah, if it's within the containment region, you'll be fine. Like, as long as they don't take it from one end of the starship to the other, I think you'll be fine. So,
Okay. So what do I do?
you just
Just
commit.
use.
Yeah, just commit your die. Just push it from see how it has the total, and then there's a blue one next to it that says committed. You have threshold and
Yeah.
committed. Just put
Okay.
one in the committed section.
Okay.
There you go. Great. And yeah, you guys are sent off to processing. The man in the black robe, though,
Unhappy cat.
he doesn't say anything. He doesn't do anything. He just follows next to, like, people give him like a wide berth. Like, if you're walking down the hallway with this guy, he's behind you. The stormtroopers like give him a wide berth. The officer stands relatively close to him, but everyone else gives him a wide berth. And you guys are all restrained and brought down to the holding cells, essentially.
He's not wearing a mask or anything, is he?
No, but he's wearing a hoodie right now, like a hood. He's intentionally making it so that you can't see his eyes or anything like that. Do you
What's his
guys want to
jawline
try
look
and
like?
make a perception check to see if you can see anything about his guy's face or anything like that?
I would like to.
Okay, this will be a 2 purple check. Go ahead and make your perception check. Yeah,
Boom.
so the way that I would describe this man's face is withered. Like drained of energy. Very wrinkly and very leathery.
Gotta wear sunscreen.
He also has very cold robotic eyes. Cybernetic eyes. And I like the idea that he sees you looking at him and he looks back at you.
I smile nervously and wink.
Okay. Yeah, he just, and then the stormtrooper like pushes you off sort of thing and pushes you in front of him. And you guys are sort of separated into different rooms. Ray, you can feel your companion, Faith, is relatively close, but not within eyesight of you. If you want, at any point, you can take over her senses, leaving your own unoccupied, essentially. So you can see where she's been taken, you can hear where she is, all that sort of stuff. And you guys are left in processing by yourselves in individual rooms for a little bit of time. However, you can all force communicate with each other. And that's when Dia, the man in the black robe, will visit you in your little containment cell. It's those cells, you know, the ones that Princess Leia gets put in, essentially. It's those things.
I'm just
with
going
like the
to
downstairs.
sat on the bed, just
Yeah.
sort of.
So the door will open, and he'll walk in, and he'll be like, "Hello."
Good afternoon.
Yes, I guess you could say that. And he'll sort of like take a seat on the steps in front of you, and he'll be like, "My name is Inquisitor Morin. It's a pleasure to meet you."
Likewise.
Very cordial. So, I
Right,
need to
discuss
ask you.
nothing?
I need to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind me doing so.
Certainly, certainly.
Why were you on the stolen ship?
Well, we were trying to get off the planet, obviously. This Rhodian said he could give us a lift, and yes, we.
The Rhodian Mika, yes?
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking for somebody to take us off planet. He said he could give us a ride for cheap, so yes. He seemed fairly legitimate for a Rhodian, you know.
Is there any reason why you wanted to leave the planet in the first place?
Indeed, yes. We've looking for work elsewhere. Work has dried up on the planet, so my friend's a mechanic, you see. She lost her job. I'm a relationship counselor, and would you believe that the people don't want relationship counseling on it? I thought we thought we'd try somewhere a little more, you know, upmarket.
Relationshipy? He says as he smiles.
Oh, upmarket, you know. Poor people, they don't want relationship counseling. They just want alcohol.
So he'll pull back his hoodie, and his
Yes,
face
the common
is
folk are all just drinking all the time.
his face is like completely like leathery. He's got like a little tuft of hair on his head, and he has two big robotic eyes in his place where his eyes used to be, and he's like, "So you read people then, huh?"
I'm a fairly good judge of character, yes, but it's not really about reading people so much as about getting.
So
them to
he'll
open
stand up and he'll like sort of come into your personal space a little bit. He'll be like, "Why don't you read me?
I don't understand what you're on about.
Tell me what you think I am."
A man in need of moisturizer? Who had a terrible accident at some point? I don't know.
So he'll lean back and he'll like go sit on the steps again and put his hoodie back on. And he'll be like, "You know, I like it when they have a bit of life left in them. You see, normally when people are on the run, they try everything. Everything and anything. They say a lot of things. They really do. Tell me, what's your next lie?"
What? I've told you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Look, this has all been a big misunderstanding. I'm sure we can clear it up.
Well, your Rhodian friend seems to think otherwise.
Well, he's a Rhodian.
Yes. Yes, he is.
I mean, they're terribly untrustworthy. I mean, not to be racist or anything, but, you know.
Oh, you can
Not
say
racist,
it.
but-
They're disgusting creatures. I hate them. In fact, most of the
I wouldn't
Empire
go that far.
does.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm just.
I
saying
would,
that-
actually. So,
Oh,
tell me something about your companions. Something I don't already know.
the Twi'lek isn't a dancer. Would you believe? She's an engineer. Very talented one too.
What else?
Thank you for lying about that and saying that I'm good at something.
I don't know. What do you want to know? God.
Just tell me anything. Otherwise, I'll pull it from your skull myself, but I'd rather hear it from your lips.
How are you going to pull things from my what?
Inquisitors have means and ways and doodads and...
You're a very odd man, you know that?
I like to think so. I get the job done.
Uh-huh. Okay. Look, I don't know what you want.
The truth. Why were you on a stolen ship fleeing from a Star Destroyer? You didn't just leave the planet when I showed up.
We didn't know you'd showed up. What?
Listen, there are things...
Look, it's a coincidence, okay? These things happen, would you believe?
Okay, I'll believe you. Have a good night. And then he'll, like, leave and close the door behind you.
I will immediately relay everything that just happened to everybody else. Okay,
right.
so we're leaving the planet because we're going for work elsewhere, a bit upmarket, etc., etc.
So he'll visit Viril next. And you're in the same situation, in one of those little containment things. And he'll be like, knock, knock. Can I come in?
Of course.
He'll like walk in and he'll bow to you and it's like, I'm terribly sorry for the setup. We would have put you in a more, comfortable room, but stolen ship and all that. We have to be careful. I hope you understand.
Are we quite certain the shuttle was stolen?
Oh yes, very much so. Like it was reported within mere moments. In fact, someone actually saw you take it. So,
I just boarded a ship with a Rhodian fellow. Nice fellow. For a Rhodian.
Yes, he's quite dead. He didn't last the interrogation.
Interrogation?
Mm-hmm, yes.
You looking for Rhodians?
No. Anyway, I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Inquisitor Morin. It's, as I said, pleasure to meet you.
My brain goes...
Yeah. It's like, so, what can I call you?
Inquisitor?
Yes, very inquisical, isn't it?
Most of my class call me Viril, but you can call me Viril.
The Viril?
Virel, not Virel. Not Viril, it's Virel. My second name is Real.
I see.
Actually, no. My students call me Mr. Railcray.
Oh, so
please,
you're a
feel free.
teacher. I was going to ask about what this class thing was.
Yes. I'm trying to find a better class, if you will. Not much.
Who do you teach, if you don't mind me? He'll like sit down, put his arm on his knee, like this sort of thing. He'll be like,
I'm sorry. Why is an inquisitor asking me about my school?
well, I'm simply inquisitive.
Right. I mean, I guess that goes with the... Aren't you usually concerned with more threats to the Empire kind of thing, rather than stolen ships?
Oh,
If it was stolen.
you mean the Jedi? Yes, that's what you're talking about.
The Jedi don't exist.
That's right. Because
Those terrorists that
killed
I keep
them.
reading about.
We killed them all. We wiped them off. We killed the
Wait,
children.
is the Imperial
We
confirming
killed the
existence of
adults.
Jedis?
We killed the women. Oh man, we killed the women. There is no Jedi left. In fact, what we're doing right now, you see, is we're hunting down every single last remnant of a person or a thought of the Jedi, destroying all the teachings, destroying all the papers. We're, in fact, rounding up all the people who are force sensitive, you see.
So the Rhodian was force sensitive?
No.
I thought that was a myth.
If there is a Rhodian Jedi out there, that'll be a very disgusting thing. I don't know if I could take it. Do you know anything about the Force, Varel?
Only stories as a child.
What have you
Some
heard? Enlighten
magic. There was a man that could turn people into sheep or something.
Oh,
A
bah, me. That sounds impressive. What else you got?
I mean, my parents weren't really into that kind of thing.
What were they into?
Most of my stories were about learning my ABC and how to count to 3.
You seem very studious.
I like to think so. Like, the whole time this is going on, I'm, like, concentrating so hard on just being a person.
Yeah.
Like, I am, like, my center, I am so centered right now in my brain.
Yeah, he'll just sort of like, "Ugh. Well, you are boring the absolute buggery out of me. I'm sorry.
Right. Sorry, will this take much longer? Do we need to pay a fine?
Oh, I imagine there'll be some jail time. Probably a couple of years.
Jail
actually.
time?
Yes, stealing
For this
a
silly
registered ship.
Rodian?
Yes, he was very animate about, oh, how was it? Oh, give me a deal, I'll give you what you want, Inquisitor Morin. You know, that kind of thing.
A deal for what? I do not understand Rodians.
He got a shortened sentence.
For what kind of deal?
Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm just going to go talk to the rest of your friends now.
Can't we?
Can I get you anything?
no.
Coffee, tea?
Oh, do you have tea?
We do, actually. Would you like some? Is the answer yes, PG?
Pardon?
Is the answer yes?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jedi smile, just like, ding.
It's like, he'll like, turn, it's like, trooper. And the trooper's like, yes, sir. It's like, can you get this man some tea? Oh, and if we have anything left in the kitchen, like something like I don't know, like a hot meal. This man has been through hell. Give him what he wants, yeah? He's like, right away, sir. And he's like, you stay very healthy. I'll be back. And then he'll like leave and shut the door.
He's like, good cop and bad cop. What do you want?
I'm like, we might be dead here.
Next, he's gonna visit Ray.
Good cop, bad cop.
So Ray, where are you? Are you pacing? Are you sitting down? What are you doing?
Pacing. I'm very antsy.
Yeah. So he'll come in and be like, he'll just come in and be silent, watching you for a moment. What do you do?
Continue pacing. If he comes in, I'm just like, where's my cat? Is she okay? Even though I know she's okay, I'm just gonna play the role. Because how am I supposed to know she's okay? Right?
Sit down. Be quiet. I have questions for you.
I can't sit down until I know my cat's okay.
Please sit down.
Don't you understand? It freaks me
No,
out
I
not knowing
don't.
what's happening
And
with her.
you're not making my job any easier.
Well, you're not making my day any easier.
He'd be like,
either. I didn't
Trooper,
do
give me a
anything
piece of
wrong.
paper, please. And be like, yes, sir. And he'll like hand him like a clipboard with some paper, and he'd be like, okay, name.
God, I have to come up with another name. We're using different names, right?
Are we?
Ray Underwood.
Just use the name that I had
Ray
on the
Underwood.
data pad.
Yeah.
Got it.
Whatever the name that was on the data pad.
What is
that
your
the name that was on
occupation,
the
Miss
data
Underwood?
pad. I'm a student of
Student.
piloting planetary things.
Planetary
pacing.
things. How old are you?
17.
Have you committed any criminal offenses before?
No.
Okay. He'll like lick his thumb and then like flip the page and be like, it says here that you were in cahoots with a Rhodian by the name of Mika to steal a ship. I
What
believe
does
battery
in
and
cahoots
assault is on the list here as well. We do have
What?
reports of a man unconscious at the scene. Do you confirm or deny this?
First off, what exactly is in cahoots?
It means you were working together with a unknown Rhodian shipwrecker to steal another target.
I don't know that guy. He's gross and weird, and I was just with my friends, and
Oh, I
we're
can
just trying to
confirm that
find
he
some
is
better
indeed
jobs.
very gross, yes. But
Right? Seriously.
the fact
he's
remains
so
that
disgusting.
you chose to aid and abet a known criminal.
We didn't know he was a criminal. We didn't know anything. We had no idea that the ship was stolen. We had no idea that anybody's head got conked or anybody was hurt. We were just trying to get off planet.
How did you know about the head wounds?
You said there was a guy found
Unconscious at the scene, yes. I never mentioned any
Well,
head
I would
wounds.
assume his head would have been hurt if he was unconscious.
Interesting. He'll like write that down on the paper.
We're just like, God damn it!
It's like, you're feline. How did you come into possession of her? She's not from this world.
I found her when she was a baby, and I was younger.
So, smuggling as well? I'll add it to the list.
What? No! How is that smuggling?
This is not her natural environment. I do believe she's a
She's
Tusk
my
Captain.
emotional support animal. I have the paperwork. She
Oh.
comes with me wherever I go. It's
like,
perfectly
Trooper,
legal.
do you have her paperwork? And he'd be like, yes, sir, it's right here. And he'll like hand it over on the data pad, and you flick through it, and it's like, It says here you're 7 foot tall.
What? That's a mistake. Maybe with the cat on my shoulders.
So, are you saying that this paperwork is incorrect then?
Well, that particular aspect of it, obviously.
He'll like turn back to the trooper and say, Trooper, you're going to have to expunge this from her records. It's incorrect paperwork. If you could please bring her the correct forms and some writing utensils so that she can give us the actual paperwork. And he's like, all right, sir. And he'll turn back to you and be like, so, why were you trying to leave the planet?
Find better work and learn somewhere where there were actual people willing to teach me. There's nobody here that wants to teach a 17-year-old girl with a cat how to pilot planetary vehicles.
I see. Why didn't you just join the Empire piloting school?
Because they wouldn't let me keep the cat,
That's nonsense.
and I need the cat.
You wouldn't even bring the cat to the quarters. You could leave the cat at home like everyone else would have done.
But I can't live without the cat. She's my emotional support animal. That's why I didn't join the Empire.
You seem pretty
Totally
stable
cool
right
with the
now.
Empire, yay! But they wouldn't let me keep my cat.
Okay, one final question.
Empire!
Do you know what a Jedi is?
What do we want?
No.
What do we want?
What have you know of these mystical creatures?
Zippity doodah.
Interesting. All right. The trooper will be back with the paperwork very soon. I expect to see them in a couple of hours with a completed, up-to-date, non-7 foot tall form, please.
Okay.
He will like leave and shut the door. And Yaula, you're going to get a visit next.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Mention the head wound thing unless he actually brings it up first is what I'm sending through the mind meld.
So what are you doing in the room?
There's the bed thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sort of like laying out on it with like my sort of jacket like half off like this.
Okay. So you okay.
Please don't seduce the scary man.
So he'll walk in the room smoking a death stick. He'll just be smoking it. He's like, "Oh, hi there."
Hello there yourself.
He'll like walk in and shut the door behind him, and he's like, he'll be like, "I'll knock when I'm ready, trooper." And he'll be like, "Yes, sir. I'll be waiting." And then he'll like shut the door, and
You just hit his mental. Oh!
he'll walk in, and he'll like lean up against the wall like a cool guy, put his one foot up on the wall sort of thing, and he'll just continue smoking. He's like, "Can I offer you a death stick?"
I appreciate it, but I'm fine, thanks.
Are you sure? They're really good for the lungs. So he'll continue to fill the room full of smoke, and he'd be like, "Do you mind if I sit down next to you?"
Go right ahead.
So he'll sit down on the bed next to you and he'll be like, so do you want to tell me why you were caught inside of a stolen vehicle? Spaceship.
I was just trying to get my life moved off that dreadful planet. It's a bit of a hive of scum and villainy, you know.
Yes, I've heard that the men in charge there at the barracks, well, let's just say they won't be employed there very much longer. But a Twi'lek like you could get work anywhere you wanted. Why exactly did you tag up with a ragtag bunch of criminals?
They're criminals?
Yes,
Like,
they
I mean,
willingly
Rodian
aided
was a
and
bit-
abetted a man. Not a man, a slimy little shit of a thing. You know, steal a working dropship from a military, a mining barge that was just offside the planet.
Oh, that's dreadful.
Can you believe they even assaulted an Imperial station officer to get what they wanted? Can you believe
What?
that? He'll like smoke and then he'll like, you know, blow it in your face. Be like, sure you don't want a death stick. They're really good.
I'm fine, thank you very much. I would rather commit my lung capacity to conversing with you right now.
I appreciate that. 100%. So tell me, why were you with them?
I really just wanted to get off planet.
You could have taken any ship. You could have paid the 45 credits and left like everyone else.
It was only 45 credits. Everybody kept charging me like thousands of credits.
Why would they be charging you that much?
I don't know. They just are a whole bunch of cutthroat thieves there, I guess.
Were you trying to be smuggled off the planet by chance?
No, I just wanted to get off because honestly, the shop I was working for, I'm a mechanic.
Say no more, say no more. That stuff bores me to tears. He'll like take another smoke of his death stick, and then he'll like blow it out into the middle of the room, and he'll take the death stick and he'll put it out on the bed, like next between you two, and he'll get up and he's like, he'll knock on the door, and the door will open, and he'll turn around and be like, oh, one final question. Do you know what a Jedi is?
Those weird mythical space wizards?
Yes, those are the ones. What do you know about them?
Weren't they like some weird religious cults that the Empire wiped out?
Oh yeah, we wiped them out good. But tell me, what do you know about them?
Weren't they like terrorists or something?
Exactly.
I don't.
What else did you know? Come on, you gotta know more.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know anything beyond like just.
He'll like clap. He'll be like,
stories.
great, perfect, fantastic. If I need more, I'll just hook you up to one of those chairs we've got and take it out of your mind. Don't worry about it. It doesn't hurt. Lobotomies never do. And then he'll like take a step outside and he's like, oh, and maybe think about taking registered transport next time. It's significantly cheaper than whatever it is that you were being charged for. And then he'll like shut the door behind him. Now,
Oh my sweet fuck.
you guys have some time to converse with each other. Is there anything you guys want to talk about after meeting Inquisitor Morin?
Well, that guy's a leathery creep, isn't he?
What did you guys get for dinner? This is lovely.
You got dinner?
Yeah, Tess, you get, not Tess, Ray, you get a whole stack of paperwork, just like birth certificate registration all the way through to like, permits for like weapons and permit for a cat, which is like this thick, you know, like
Oh God.
you've got all these paperwork there. So
I don't even know what to do with all of this. I
Don't
just
worry,
needed to
don't
correct my
worry.
height.
We'll guide you through this. Don't worry. We've got your back.
Can we just break out and leave somehow?
That'd be
I think
nice.
that would be an extraordinarily bad idea.
I mean, they're not going to let us go. They're going to send us to jail for years. You heard
He
what he
said he was going to
real.
give me a lobotomy.
I think.
He
don't think he's
seems to be
actually-
doing the good cop, bad cop thing. He's probably
Yeah.
just trying to find out information.
He's fishing. I think he's fishing.
Inquisitors are
Inquisitive? Creepy leather-faced jerks?
all of the above.
Yes.
He kept trying to
That's-
get me to start smoking death sticks.
You don't want any good sticks.
I don't.
You should have told him to go away and think about his life.
I didn't think I was in a position to do that.
You're not our dad.
Look, we'll escape. Just let's wait for the right opportunity.
Yes, just stay quiet and compliant and do everything they say as long as it's not, please sit in this chair that's going to lobotomize you. Do you really think the Rhodian's dead, or do you think that was a bluff?
Probably.
The Rhodian's dead?
He told me the Rhodian. Wait, he told one of us the Rhodian was dead.
He told me the Rhodian was dead. Yes.
Ah, it was you. I get mixed up with, us
You
sometimes.
seem to have a hard time staying
so-
on topic with me.
In my mind, I say it's probably a bluff, but you can also feel me going, "Yeah, he's probably dead."
I think if we get a chance, we should try and find him, though. I feel bad. I told him that.
Well, what are the chances of finding a stormtrooper that's a pilot that's going to fly us off? I think none.
I can
I think
fly.
Ray can fly us. I trust Ray.
I have some ability in it. I'm much better on planet than I am in ships. But
I mean, how hard is just, straight line anyway? It's fine, right?
And at that moment, all four of you get knocks at the door. It's like, all
Hello?
doors open up at the same time, and in each individual instance, two stormtroopers walk in, except for yours, Tess. Fours walk into yours, and simultaneously they all say, "You've been requested to come to the hangar deck. Please follow me." And it's kind of weird because you can all sort of like hear everyone's reactions at the same time, and you all sort of like hear this from everyone else's perspective a little bit. It's super weird.
I just get up and go.
Yeah, I will too, but I'm just gonna be like, this is.
I'm like so calm right now. Like I've gone so far over the other way. I'm just an ocean of calm.
I'm probably subliminally freaking out, but keeping a veneer of calm on top of it. So I'm just like.
Ray, they have your cat. There's two stormtroopers carrying it behind you.
okay. That makes
This
me feel
is-
better.
They're very simultaneous, aren't they?
Yeah, where are they taking us?
So you'll go back to the hangar,
Why are they taking us?
and you guys will come out into the hangar bay in front of a very crappy looking YT freighter. And and the Inquisitor Morin's there, and he's just like, "Ah, friends, good to see you. Come." And he'll like beckon you up onto the freighter.
I go first.
I'll go second.
Third.
Yes, fourth.
With the two stormtroopers behind you with the cat in the box.
Yeah.
The cat's going.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah.
It's making the noise.
Growls of unhappiness.
So he'll walk into the room and be like, "So what do you think? Beautiful, isn't she?"
Is that a Y-class freighter?
It is. We took it from some lowabout.
These usually deliver that blue milk. I do like that blue milk.
It's quite delicious, isn't it?
Speak for yourself.
It's good for your bones.
Anyway, this ship is yours now.
We have been
Why are you
given
giving
a
us?
ship.
Why are you giving us a ship?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I
Think
just
of it
it's
as
deeply
the goodwill of the Empire covering for its citizens caught in a bad situation. You see,
Thank
Mika the Rhodian was a known shipwrecker, and we just wanted to verify his story with all of you. And it seems like his story didn't add up, but yours did, surprisingly.
Oh.
Will he be okay?
No, he won't be. But that is not your concern.
He was a known criminal.
He is a known criminal. However,
Still, I feel somewhat bad.
I understand that not everyone here will know how to fly these things, so I'm going to be bringing 3 stormtroopers and a pilot along with you.
And where is it taking us?
Well, wherever you'd like.
What's a nearby planet that isn't the one we were on? I don't know where we are in the universe.
Sure. Let's see.
Oh, is there a star map in?
There is, yes. You guys are up the top. The current planet that you're on is called Vader, which is really near the top of the map. Just outside the expansion region, up north.
Oh,
So,
galaxy map. Cool.
yeah, it's in the handouts in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can go within reason. This ship will take you as far as you need, and afterwards, they will take this ship and dispose of it. So consider it your lift off the planet, as it were.
Oh, well, thank you, Inquisitor. I hold up my hand for a space handshake.
Yeah, he'll shake your hand. His hand is like covered in like a weird meshy gauntlet, though. It's very sort of dark silver, and when he touches your hand, it's very, very cold. Just the metal.
Now I'm
not
close
the
enough.
sand, yeah.
Now I'm close enough to shake his hand. Can I just check him out? Just a vague sort of. I want to check him up and down.
What would you like to see?
I want to know if he's got weapons. I want to know if anything about him particularly stands out.
So you're looking for sabers or anything like that?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a 2. This is gonna be a 2 difficulty perception check.
Perception. Can I get a blue on that because I'm so close, or is it just straight up perception?
Sure, I'll give you that.
Okay. Ready?
So you do the thing where you start at his feet and look up, and you look up at his head, and he's just smiling this big shit-eating grin at you with he's got like a gap in his tooth and everything. He's not a very attractive man at all. He's just like, did you find what you were looking for?
No. And I smile and I go, stop the handshake.
Nah, he'll pull you in again. He'll be like, what were you looking for?
Just I've never seen Inquisitor before.
He'll like
You're
reach.
quite rare.
He'll reach
Galaxy.
around the back of his belt and he'll pull out nothing. He'll be like, aha, huh? Is this what you were looking for?
I'll do like a little show of ooh.
And then he'll put his other hand behind his back and pull it out again. And be like, what about this one? And it's equally got nothing in there. And he'd be like,
Eula just giggles a bit while she watches.
would you like me to lift up my robe so you can see behind me? He'll turn around and lift up his robes and be like, do you see what you're looking for here? There's nothing on his belt whatsoever. He's not carrying any weapons with him at all. He's like,
He showed you his ass.
yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Not his ass. He's wearing pants, but he lifted up the robe, sort of thing. Like
I just like, oh, okay, it's pants. That's. You are a very
Sorry.
odd man.
My mistake. I just the stories I've read about Inquisitors.
Basically, he likes them old and leathery. Okay, just don't question it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I just wanted to make sure that you got what you were looking for. You see, the Empire is very accommodating. You sure you wouldn't like to pat me down and see if I'm hiding something?
Restrain yourself, dear. Restrain yourself.
I'd just give him like a curt nod. Does he release my hand? Because I'll stop shaking it if he does.
Oh, he released your hand when he lifted up his fucking robes to show you his
Oh,
body.
yeah, right, yeah.
So.
He wasn't like, look at
Yeah.
That's it.
Did you see the belt?
Do you want to motorboat this baby? Do ya?
Yeah, I'll just give him a curt nod and go towards calmly.
Yeah, Yola has like gone over to like the ship and is inspecting it like a mechanic would, looking it over, making sure
I
it's
wouldn't
all
get
nice
too
and primed.
attached. We're going to scrap it the moment you get off of it.
It is a bit outdated, I guess. These parts could serve many better ships.
We should definitely, I think, yes, let's go. Before, so sorry to have been of any trouble at all. Terribly sorry for the trouble. We should be
Not
going
to
now.
worry, not to worry. And he'll like lean down and he'll like put his finger between like the bars on where the cat is and he'll be like, hey, kitty. He'll be like,
This terrifying hunting cat. Oh, it's a kitty.
yeah. And he'll stand up again. It's like, right, well, I would love to get to know you all a little better. Trust me on that. But now's not the time. Hopefully, for your sake, I won't see you again. But I have a feeling that our fates are a little more intertwined than that. Doodles. Yeah, and then he'll just sort of walk out.
Toodles. Where did you say we were? Sorry.
You're in
I
Phaedra.
couldn't find
Phaedra. It's right next to Ilum.
Which is...
Yeah,
which rim is that?
That is just outside the Unknown Regions expansion ring. Oh, sorry, the mid rim. Sorry, yeah, not the expansion ring.
Inner ring.
Top.
Okay.
It's the mid rim. You can see them, they're all black. The black words said mid rim. Follow the black lines around until you get to the north, and it's right next to Genesis and stuff like that. So
This map is huge.
It is.
Space is big. Really big.
If you want the actual coordinates for it, it's like what is that?
No, that's near.
Yeah, it's quite north. I can do something real quick. Yeah, let me take you take a screenshot so you can see roughly what you'll be able to access. Okay, let me just save this.
You could just drag it onto the map and ping it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could, but that'd be too hard. You guys can free to do whatever you like at this point. How about we take a break and I'll make this thing for you guys so you can see what we're at. Imperial staff aboard it. However, you've somehow been released from the cages of the Empire. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
Right onto that ship.
Huh?
I think he's asking us what planet we're going to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the pilot will come to you and be like, excuse me,
Where would you like to go?
where would you like to go?
Which, of the planets we get to, which has got the largest city?
What was that?
Which has got the largest city of the planets we're going to?
Oh, fuck if I know, man. You want me to know what's on every single planet of the fucking galaxy? Come on.
Well, I don't know what we can... Can we reach everything in this?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically speaking, you can spend as much time as you want in... You can go to Naboo. Like, you can go to anywhere you want. You have a lot, like you'll have to
Except
stop
Alderaan.
places to get like life support, but yeah, you can theoretically go anywhere you want.
Just not Alderaan.
Yeah, that's gone. Or about to go.
Yeah.
It's about to go, yeah.
Okay, we're not going to the birth planet of Darth Maul. That's a bad idea.
Aw.
I mean, you have one of those in your party, so.
What, a fucking Sith? I don't think we do.
Oh, a Zabrak, silly.
Zabrak, yeah.
Yeah, but she's nice. She's got a kitty.
It's true. She does it.
I mean, you
what's in
insisted that I was evil, so.
I'm cool with wherever as long as I take Kitty.
All right, I'll help you out. Why not? I'll help you.
Is that the pilot's voice?
No, that's me helping you. No.
I don't think we want your help now.
Barren. I don't want to go there. That's barren. That's completely barren.
I'm easy, you know, wherever you would like to go.
There's a planet called Plu. There's another planet called Plu too.
Fuck's sake.
Also Plu.
Blue 3?
Blue Man Group.
This looks like a dodgy place. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, well, welcome to Star Wars, where we don't know where we're going.
No, that's the home world. Let's not go there. Krildor.
Maybe we can
That's
do
a
some.
gas giant. We probably can't go there.
We could probably do some like in-flight gaming while we're figuring out where we're going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so it's like, well, if you don't know where you're going,
Anubis. Anubis? Is it really Anubis? Anubis. It's got a.
can you link me? Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Anubis.
It's got mining and farming, agricultural.
Okay.
Oh, so it's basically the planet is split between the mining and the agricultural.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
And it's also galactic friendly. So
Yeah. So you say you tell them Anubis, and they're like, yes, that's on the way. We can definitely do that. And yeah, you guys, settle in for a jump. Let's see. What is the time that you guys will be in air for? Let's take a look here. Star Wars. Star Wars.
this is
I need to take that and like make
this
it
is
into an
what
actual
found on
song.
Henley.
Okay. Hyperspace travel. Okay. Num, 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 num. So 2 systems within a region. Okay, so you're on the ship for 3 days. Yeah, they never really mentioned that in the fucking movies, but it takes fucking forever to get anywhere. So you guys are on the ship for 3 days. And the stormtroopers, after about 12 hours or so, they take off their helmets and, they keep themselves in the cockpit with the other, the person. But,
They
they're
people.
yeah, they're not clones. They're just people.
Can I make friends with one?
I mean, you can try. Absolutely.
I would like to. I'd like to try to make friends with the friendliest one.
I would also like to aid in this endeavor, just like make friendly chit chat with them, etc.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm mostly concentrating on not letting my mind collapse because we've just seen an Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm.
The boogeyman of the galaxy.
Yeah, wouldn't it be good if I made you make a fear check? But I didn't, because he wasn't, doing things to you. So, yeah. So they're sitting there like enjoying like I don't know some sort of space meal, cereal probably or something, and they're just talking to each other. There's like, yeah, I can't believe you let her get away with that, man. It's like, well, I can't stop her sometimes, she's, and then like they see you sort of come into like the little kitchenette area, and they just both go back to their meals and stop talking,
I'm just gonna sit like close to them and smile at them. Say, hey, how you guys doing?
Fine, ma'am. And they both like do like a little salute, and then they go back to their like cereal, oatmeal stuff. Yeah, it's got blue milk in it. Come on, it's Star Wars.
I salute back. I'm like, why are you so quiet suddenly?
They both look at each other as like, protocol, ma'am.
Oh, come on. We're going to be on the ship for ages. Do any of you play cards?
One of them's just
Don't
like,
play cards with her.
Oh, what? It's fine. Not for money. We'll just play for,
yeah, the one is about to say gambling's illegal. Not for money.
No, not for money. No, we'll... I don't suppose strip poker would be a good idea, would it? No. Okay.
You're not stripping. You're not tricking me into strip poker again.
What?
They just sort of look at each other, and they like one of them visibly swallows, and he's just like, "Can you go ahead and make a charm check for me, please? This will be against their
Who's making the check? Me or
this will be against their discipline, which is 3 purple. So
who's rolling for it?
Whoever.
I have 3 green for charm.
So I'll tell you what. One of you's helping, so you get a blue. So
okay.
It's not like I'm not gonna be like. So actually, here's how it works. If you want to help, there's 2 ways the helping works in this game. The first is whoever has the highest base stat. I think charm is.
I'll
Presence.
help.
Presence, yep, and who has the highest ranking in charm. That's how you can help. So you take the best of both worlds. Or if you can't help each other out because one person has the best of both, then you just get a blue. That's how the helps work.
I have just not great charm.
I have
So can I
3
join in?
presents, but no ranks in charm.
Are you going to try and seduce the stormtroopers as well, are you?
While they're doing that, I want to chime in. Whatever you do, don't put your shirt in. You will lose it. She's terrible.
I'm
Be
good.
chatting up the pilot in the meantime.
Sure. Let's do this roll first, though. So
Also, because of that, can I do the roll? Because I've got the highest rank.
what have you got? Rank in charm.
In charm, I have a yellow and a green.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have 3 presents.
Okay. So we'll make what we'll do is so you have 3 presents. All right. So we'll upgrade your roll, Kika, and there'll be a blue in there as well.
Okay. So let me know when I can roll, or if I have to do anything to modify. Okay.
No successes.
Nice.
Okay, so they both look at each other and like, we wouldn't dare to think of something like that. And then another one sort of pipes up and he's like, what about Zabrak? And then they both look at each other and just like, yeah, do you have that?
Zabrak? Would I know what Zabrak is?
That's the card game, right? Oh, what was the fucking card game called?
It's not the one
Zabrak's-
from the PC games, the
Yes.
RPGs, yeah.
Star Wars
Card
card
game
game.
named after me?
No, I don't. That's why I got confused.
But yeah, whatever they say, I probably sort of like pull out a deck of cards and I'm just like,
We can make it work.
I am versed in many forms of card game, thank you very much.
God damn it.
Oh, Pazak.
Pazak, right. That's why I got it confused. It's Pazak.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like-
when you said it, I was like, that sounds right. That must be it.
So yeah,
That's
I
it.
will absolutely just
Pazak,
pull out a deck of cards and start just like,
And one of the stormtrooper will open up like a duffel bag and he'll pull out his own deck of Pazak cards and he'll be like, well, I mean, what have you got?
highest card, I tell you what, we'll both draw. Highest card uses that deck.
No. What are you going to put on the line? Not money, just Bizat cards.
Well, I like my deck, but how about this?
He sort of looks at it and he's like, I've got 2 of them. You got anything else?
Oh, well, I've got a No, sorry, that's I've got a shiny.
Shiny Charizard.
Is that a Blue Eyes White Vader?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, put that on the line. Definitely.
All right.
Best of
then.
3?
Best of 3. All right, let's do this.
Name of the episode, Blue Eyes White Vader.
Yes.
Okay, so, yeah, we're going to make a... yeah. Oh, it's a plus -4. Yes, that's right, yes. I remember, it's all negatives and positives, it's not characters, but still, it's funny.
It's, yeah.
I have no fucking idea about Pazak. So
Do you have Gambit?
I am okay with changing the law that Pazak now has. Blue Ice.
Yeah, it's a new edition, just came out. Okay, so this is going to be a skullduggery cunning, because I don't think they have gambling in this game. No, they don't. So we're going to use skullduggery. And what is his skullduggery? Let me just check real quick. Oh my god.
Oh god, this is basically the part in Witcher where they make you play Gwent, isn't it?
For one session,
Everywhere
then
you
just
go, you can fight like a multi-headed dragon, and someone will just bump into you. Do you want to buy Pazak cards? No. Dragon!
You're gonna be going against 2 purple here. So that's his skullduggery score. So.
okay,
I have 3 in cunning, so I can sort of.
I mean, unless you're gonna help her like cheating, like this is like a 1v1
well, we
thing.
we can actually sort of totally just be like, what have you got? I've got this.
Like
sort of
position yourself in such a way that you can see a reflection of like a piece of metal behind him, and then like transmute it to her like over the mind wave. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a blue for that. Sure.
Okay. What is it? Skullduggery I'm rolling on.
Yes, skullduggery.
Okay. Right. You want me to roll now?
Yeah, roll now. Oh yeah, there we go.
Nice.
So
Did you play -5 General Grievous?
and it like has like a little holocron that comes out. It's like and it spins like.
Oh my god.
My collection.
That would be the best card game ever.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh god, yeah. It's like hollow chess with the but instead it's like
Yeah,
really
I'd
Wars
play that. I'd play
Skylanders.
that. It's Star Wars Skylanders. Exactly.
brilliant. Yeah.
Um.
So I'm just there like sort of like looking really smoked, just like.
Okay. Well, I mean, you've basically made friends. You've broke the ice with the stormtroopers.
I'll probably giving them some like friendly shit and
Yeah. Ray, what would you like to do? You said you wanted to
Is
talk
it
to.
all possible for me? Yeah, I wanted to chat up the pilot and maybe learn something about piloting spaceships.
So
possible?
she's probably in the front with an astromech droid, and she's taken off her helmet now, and it's like on the co-pilot seat, and the astromech droid's just sitting there, just going, and she's just like, P3, I've told you, don't say that sort of thing. It's very rude. I mean, they're not that bad looking for aliens. And it's like, they didn't just walk in. Oh, hi.
So,
Oh,
hi there.
Oh, what are you doing in the cockpit? Is there a
I'm
problem with the
student.
boys in the back?
No, they're good. They're having some fun playing cards with my friends.
Really now? And she starts to storm out, and she's just like,
Uh-oh.
to go chastise the stormtroopers.
Oh,
and
it's okay. Don't worry. It's all in good fun.
And like the
Don't
droid
you
behind,
need someone to fly the ship?
it's like, oh, P3's got this, and he's like, boop, 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 and like wheels into her back. He's like, get off me, you stupid droid. And he's like, he's like,
Maybe I say, hey, can I try? I really want to learn how to pilot.
not on my life. I will get you to where you need to go,
editing.
and then this piece of shit will be burned and scalded down and made into much better Imperial Army starships.
I mean, if it's gonna be melted down anyway, what could I really hurt just by practicing a little?
How about all of our lives?
But that's why you need to stay here and keep an eye on me.
All right.
Otherwise, I'll just
I think this needs a roll. Let's see if you can soothe over her exterior here. Let me see if I can pull up. Let's just use.
Don't be afraid to show her little skin.
Zabrak skin.
You like
She pretty much
scales?
just said she thinks we're hideous, so or
Yeah.
at least I am.
She said that we're not that hideous.
So
Okay.
you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah.
This will be a 2 purple versus your charm. I'm gonna put a black in here because she has mentioned that she finds all aliens to be hideous. So,
So what can I use for this?
don't you have any sort of you have some sort of ability, right, for removing blank from charm or something, or is that someone else?
I don't. I have. I don't know. I don't know what would apply.
Okay, go ahead and roll your charm then. Anyway. Yeah.
Oh, God.
She just sort of about faces and goes back and sits in the chair and she's like, "You tell those boys back there that they better be looking out for aliens. We don't take kindly to your types around here. This is a great service we're doing for all of you. You best sit in your corners and be quiet until we arrive." And then she'll grab her helmet and put it back on, even there's no reason for her helmet to be on. She just puts it on. And then the droid goes.
At least I distracted her from stopping you guys.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You come back and we're like shit-faced drunk, and I'm dancing on the table half naked.
I don't know if they're
No,
gonna go that
would not
far.
happen.
Then-
No way I would
Kidding.
let you do that ever.
And you're like, woo, tie
What are
flicking
the
around.
chances that I've tried to balance a stormtrooper helmet on my head and it's just it's just sort of bobbling around on my cone head?
Yeah, I could see that happening. Something like that is fine, but it's like, see, I told you these weird skins are fine, aren't they? And he's just like, I guess. I mean,
I'm a stormtrooper. Look at me! Ha! Halt in the name of the Emperor.
hey, now that's don't point fun of us, okay? We won
I'm
this
sorry.
war. We won
You
it.
did a great job. Yes,
you.
you did. But I'm sorry. I'm in a silly mood. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yum.
I always get a bit giddy when I win at cards. Ugh.
Besides, they've shown us such hospitality, giving us this transport.
Well, letting us ride on this transport is not like giving us.
Well, yeah, but I mean, at least we're not with that creepy Rhodian now.
That's true. He was.
See, the other one starts to light a cigarette. It's not a death stick or anything. It's just a normal cigarette. And he's just like, "Yeah, Rhodians are fucking gross." Blows some smoke out and he's like,
Yes. They're. Excuse me. They are. Yes. Oh. Pain in the ass.
Did Ray come back out of the cockpit area? Or was
Yeah,
she
I'm
just
with you
sitting
guys.
there with... Okay. I'm just going to go off to just out of earshot and talk to you. Can you fly this?
I think maybe. I'm not really sure. I haven't finished. I never quite finished learning the skills. I still need
Ray,
practice.
and I put my hands on your shoulders. Can you fly this? It's just staring you in the eyes.
yeah, in the background you see
I think so.
a guy lighting a cigarette off another cigarette to give to the other stormtrooper buddy that he has. It's just this.
Does he have one behind his ear as well?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to walk up to where they're playing cards. And as he's handing over his cigarette, I'm going to push the hilt of my lightsaber to his back and turn it on so it skewers both of them.
Whoa. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I'll let this happen.
Do you need me to use a dice? Oh, why are we
No.
0 for 0 on Destiny?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you used it.
I have 5 dark side. Don't worry about it. You can.
Okay.
There's like a refresh.
Oh, I'm just gonna sync. Yeah.
There's a sync there. Yeah. And I'm just, you know, like when they're lighting a cigarette, and then like they sort of like slump into each other and fall down. As you turn off the lightsaber, they both sort of crumple onto the ground, and blood starts pooling out of the. Oh no, there would be no blood. No, it'd be no blood. They just sort of start like twitching a little bit, and then they both expire on the ground next to them. The cigarette falls out of both of their mouths and sort of like just sits there on the ground and sputters out.
So as you're playing cards and just in form, you look up to me. Like all the control that I've been using since we've been in contact with the Inquisitor has gone.
Varel?
I don't look healthy, and I start to walk to the cockpit.
Varel?
Just leave it. It's fine.
But
he just needs a Snickers.
You know yourself when you're hungry.
I know.
Sometimes you just got to get shit done, okay?
Is he evil? Did no one tell me?
Oh boy.
I thought we were supposed to be like good, not kill people.
So yeah,
these guys were nice. They're being nice to us.
Okay, shh.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to kill them.
Shh, it's fine.
Well, I mean, they're...
The door shuts behind me, and you just hear screaming.
I like the idea that she's taken off the helmet again and it's back on the co-pilot seat, and then she's just like, "No, I didn't want to give her a chance. Look, I'm not a hard ass, okay? I just really don't. I don't want to break protocol." And then it's like, "No, they're not behind me again." And then like, basically her head comes off. Are you aiming for the head? What are you aiming for?
I mean, if I can make it happen, I want her head to, as she takes her helmet off and puts it on side, I just want to, and it just like rolls and lands upside down in the bucket of her helmet.
Okay, sure,
It's
yeah.
like, keep your helmet on.
So she'll slump down onto the control panel, press a few buttons and stuff like that. But,
Okay then. So we have a ship now. That's nice. I'm totally guessing that. I really hope that these guys didn't have to check in or anything. And this thing obviously has a tracking beacon on it, because why wouldn't they track it right?
What?
So,
well, that's weird. YT33725, can you please check in, please?
Oh God!
I point at the cockpit and I beckon Ray towards the cockpit. You're the pilot now.
Oh God. Okay, so wherever we told them we were going, let's not go there.
Now.
We definitely can't go there now.
Can't go to the nice, peaceful planet that we were gonna settle down and start a family on.
The nearest non-Empire controlled, we're just gonna ditch the ship and then jump planet.
Yeah, and go somewhere else. So where do we go?
Somewhere that's not there. Anywhere that's not there. I think we should definitely be. Also, we should probably check in with that call, because they're going to get suspicious. And yeah.
What's the
YT, please report in. You missed your scheduled reporting in time.
Like I make staticky noises because I don't have codes or any of that.
You're still in receiving distance of the Star Destroyer. Why are you having communication problems?
Comm issues. Comm issues.
Comm issues.
All right, let's get a deceive out of you then.
I do have some deception.
All right.
Oh my God, where's one?
Crush it, Tess, crush it.
This is going to be 3 purple and 1 black, because you don't sound like anything like the.
I'm gonna help her by could I like use my mechanics knowledge to tell her like several things that could be wrong with this kind of ship?
Yes, I will take that as a blue. Anyone else want to try and give some blues to this situation?
Yes, I'm just going to be like, okay, just say it's a couple. Just calmness, center yourself, lie, okay? You've got to bluff. You've got to be good at bluffing. Just think of it like cards. Oh, you never played cards. Just try and pretend you're playing cards, okay? Everything's fine. Just act like everything's fine, and everything will be fine. You sound nervous. Don't sound nervous, okay? Do not be nervous.
Can Faith like just come sit next to me and that makes me feel better and that gives me some
Yeah,
points?
therapy animal.
Stroke the kitty.
Well, since it's not a PC, the answer is no.
Damn it.
But I will give you one extra blue die for.
Can I go through the body of the pilot I just cut just to grab her papers?
You mean like a command cylinder?
She's
or
probably
something
got like
that?
a requisition form or order form or something that she's carrying out. She has to have papers, right? She's a soldier.
Like a command cylinder, it would probably be.
Yeah.
I don't know how useful that's going to be right now, but
Well, just it might be like the codes she uses to land on stuff because they probably switch codes, right? It's an older code, so but it checks out. I'm just trying to make it a little less difficult.
Okay. I'm going to say no to that because, I mean, you wouldn't know what to look for in a command cylinder anyway.
Well, I no, like the number of the order. There's probably like a number.
Yeah, it would be in a command cylinder like they always have. So.
Locked up, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So am I rolling this?
Yeah. Unless you can think of another way to give it blue, Peachy.
I know. I want to see. I don't know what a command cylinder is. Command cylinder, please. Look, no, god damn it. Command cylinder, Star Wars. Code cylinder.
Code cylinder, sorry. Yes, code cylinder.
Tell me what it is.
It's basically like a. It's an activator with stuff
Is it
in
like a decoder ring?
No, it's like a pen almost.
Oh, is there a port in the cockpit that she puts this in for landing codes? Because she's not supposed to decode this. It's.
I mean, is this Peachy having this knowledge, or is this for real having this knowledge?
Yeah, very true. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm happy for you guys to Google stuff, but like, don't be like, well, Google says I can just plug it into a thing. It's like, well, I mean, I get that, but
No, I'm just looking at, like, I've got the information of every single code cylinder here, but
yeah.
for real doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and make the deceive check for me, please.
Okay. Oof.
Oof.
Ow.
It's like,
Hold one moment, Whitey.
I think we should just... Could we just jump to hyperspace, maybe?
it's like,
Nearest planet. Punch it, Chewie!
and it's like,
Punch
so,
it, Ray. Punch it now.
yeah, basically you'll wait a little bit, and you'll get like a lock-on symbol on your overhead display, and then Inquisitor Morin will come over the communicator and he'll be like, well, it seems that you weren't simple.
I'm just going to immediately turn the comms off. No monologuing.
Yeah. and then maybe we get like a camera pan over, and he's like, "Well, that was rude." You'll get another. You'll get another hail from the Star Destroyer behind you.
Just go! Hyperspace!
Is that going to save us?
Do you have astrogation, Ray?
I have piloting space.
So astrogation is what you need to make a jump. Otherwise, this
I
this
have
lock-on.
that as a career. Can I try?
I have astrogation as a career with 3 in int. I don't have any ranks though.
Okay, so I'm pulling open the astrogation panel.
I'm helping.
If you look at me, Yola, like I'm just like hammering codes in, and I'm probably doing it not quite correctly.
The droid behind you is going to
I'm
bump
just, like,
into your
moving
leg, Pharrell, and he's going to pull up like
Is it an R2 unit?
It is, yeah, and he'll pull out a little hollow disc thing, and up comes a image of Inquisitor Morin. He's just like, well, that was very rude. I was trying to have a conversation.
No, I'm going to slap out and no,
I've got some important monologuing to do.
Bang!
It's like you slap it out, and it's still projecting, and it'll be like, if you do not,
Lightsaber! Just...
all right, lightsaber it is.
God damn it,
No,
Buzzy!
you guys stop. We're trying not to be obvious about the fact that we're
I
Jedi.
shoot it with
and
my
you just
blaster.
Killed somebody with a Jedi.
I force choke it, Henley.
All right, so you
I
guys,
crash into a planet.
you guys will receive a shot above your bow. So like a blaster bolts will fly above the ship and sort of shake it as it goes past.
This happened. We had a ship to ourselves. We could have gone.
I'm not sure
anywhere.
how we've been traveling for like.
decided to murder the...
We've been traveling for 3 days. They've been tracking us. Obviously, they've been following us.
Well, you guys never did any
Right,
lights.
why
You,
did
you guys never did any jumps, right? You never let that happen. So if you want,
Yeah, Peachy. We were playing cards. We were waiting, biding our
I
time.
mean, if they were going to jump, they would have done it before the 3 days.
yeah, but
So they weren't going to jump. But yeah, I've got the astrogation panel open, and I'm trying to. Eula, if you're watching me, I'm not.
all right. So here's,
I'm helping.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about astrogation modifiers. You're missing an astromech droid because he won't work for you, unless you have a what do you call it? The thing you stick on
Restraining bolt.
Restraining bolt. He won't work for you. So quick height calculations entry, and the ship is lightly damaged because it's a piece of shit, and so all in total you'll be rolling 7 purple against in order
Okay,
to
is there a shuttle or something on the ship that we can fly?
7 purple to jump.
yes.
That's a lot of purple.
So when you're missing an astromech droid, it adds 3. When you're doing quick calculations, or under duress, which you certainly are, it adds another purple. And when the ship's
Yeah,
slightly
but
damaged,
we have career skills in astrogation. Do we need an astromech droid?
I mean, these are yes, astromech droids do them quickly. You can do them whenever you want, right? But it is going to be harder. So astromech droids do them significantly faster than any human being can ever do them. That's why they're there. That's why Luke Skywalker keeps an R2 unit around. Han Solo is...
Chewie didn't need one, bro.
Yeah, sure. Chewie didn't need one, but these are the rules that are in.
And my technical aptitude won't help, will it?
Mhm.
Because that's complete computers related tasks.
Yeah,
by
so
25%.
it takes 12 hours to go into outside of the planet into space, and then after that you can do a safe jump, which is what the Empire would have done. Yeah, so it takes 12 days to fly out to where these are. Yeah, 12 hours
But
to
we've
fly
been
out.
going
to where-
3 days.
Yes, and then when you're in hyperspace, it takes 3 days time to go from one thing to another.
Oh, I thought we'd been on the ship for 3 days.
If you were on the ship for 3 days, you'd already be there.
Then where did I get 3 days from then?
Oh no, that's
You
right.
did, I had 3 days.
Yeah, I said the
just
journey was
started
going to take
playing
3
cards.
days.
I didn't think we were like we were on the doorstep of where we just left.
Okay,
Yeah,
would you?
why didn't we wait until we jumped to kill
Yeah.
them if we could
Well,
have had to
I
kill
didn't
them?
know we were
I think-
jumping.
Okay, would
I
you
didn't
like
know.
to have killed them during the jump?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't. Sorry, that is. Oh, I
After
fucked
the
up.
jump.
I thought we'd been on there for 3 days.
Okay, that's a
all
fair
hanging
assumption.
out.
I thought I was pretty clear, but maybe I wasn't. So yeah, it takes 12 days to go to a safe distance. I mean, like, to give you an idea, Star Wars is all about heroes like hyper jumping out of in a planet while they're still in orbit of the thing. That's fucking so dangerous. It's crazy. And an Empire pilot would never do that. Never. Maybe if you're a hero, you can definitely do that. But
We're heroes.
exactly. But you're not the one
You're not
piloting.
an
Yeah.
action hero right now, Peachy, but hey.
All right, so let's rectify this. You guys
scum.
are in hyperspace. You're doing the jump. You've made the maneuver. The pilot wouldn't be sitting at the cockpit then for the entire time. There's no reason to. When you're in hyperspace, you don't need to sit in the cockpit. That's why I thought it was clear, but I guess not. That's on me though, so don't worry about it too much. So you do your card thing, you make friends, and at some point, the red wedding happens. and all the Empire staff gets murdered. Very coldly, I might add. They had no way to defend themselves.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that. Like,
And
I thought
Because they're fucking Empire.
they still require a check-in, but it's not going to happen until you guys land. So there is.
Oh, I don't get to cut off the monologuing.
No, you don't. But that was pretty cool. I did like that. I don't know how you're gonna escape. I mean, like, if anything, the Inquisitor loves a monologue, so giving him the option would mean that you don't die. So, like, I don't know. Anyway,
Yes, always
I'm allergic
let
to
them.
monologuing, okay?
Always let them monologue.
so
No.
you guys are in the middle of hyperspace, going over to what was it called? The planet, Anubis. Yes. What do you want to do? You're going to land at Anubis, or you're gonna come out of hyperspace at Anubis.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't go to Anubis. So when we come out of hyperspace, how difficult would it be to make an astrogation check when we're not under duress? We're just trying to find somewhere to go.
We could do
It's
the
2 purple.
calculations while we're in hyperspace, though, right?
It's 2 purple. It takes like an hour or 2, maybe at most. Like
Yeah.
normal astrogation modifiers, it's not hard. It's 2 purple, which is basic role in this game.
It's
But
just when the Empire's breathing down your
It's
neck.
when the Empire's trying to get inside of your butthole
Yeah.
is when it's hard. So,
Giggity?
yeah, giddy. Yes. So normal pilots don't have to worry about that shit. So, you know, smugglers on the other hand, they're the guys that do math on the fly, you know. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, Fuzzy, do you take their Pizzac cards?
Oh, yes. Well, I wouldn't want them to go to waste, right? I would
Okay.
have won them anyway.
Could I take apart their blasters and maybe make like a heavy blaster from the parts?
They would have rifles.
Oh, they would?
Mm,
Okay.
Yeah. They'd have,
Does that mean we have rifles now?
Yes, we have rifles now.
Nice. Awesome.
I do not.
All right.
I
So, yeah,
Check to
you
see if the
guys.
pi-
I don't think we need something as clumsy or random as a blaster.
I need a rifle.
Yeah, you guys
I have
arrive.
Good skills in that.
You guys arrive in Anubis.
I'm just memeing Tess, don't worry.
Yeah, it's a Star Wars quote. He's just being a nerd. You guys arrive in Anubis, relatively unscathed. There is a check-in. You can choose to ignore it, or you can. At this point, you know you've looked at this code cylinder enough. You would understand how it works. You can, you know, punch it in, give in your check-in, and everything's fine and hunky-dory.
Well, I reckon we just don't bother landing on Anubis because they know that's where we were going.
Sure.
Meanwhile, I'm like already disguised as an Imperial trooper with like the hat that I took from the guard back on the
Yeah, I'm
planet.
sure a fucking Twi'lek would really go down well as an Imperial officer.
Hey, I
A
have
redskin one.
indistinguishable.
Yes.
Excuse me, are you a white man from Harrow? Then you can't be in the Empire.
Yeah. Are you a British space officer? Then get
Oh,
out of
yes,
here.
I am.
Yeah.
All the officers, they're all British.
They are,
They're
yeah.
all white British guys.
It's true, yeah.
Well, if you don't believe I'm British, well then you can kiss my ass.
Is that Leku and red skin I spy?
And no, I'm sunburned, and I have tumors. Thanks for pointing them out to me.
Is there any tea?
Why don't you have any hair on your eyebrows?
I shave them. It's all the rage right now.
Aren't you a little short to be an Imperial officer? Okay, yeah. So where do you guys want to go now? I mean, you pretty much have the world as your oyster. You've got a ship,
Can we,
got
before we do anything,
some
can
dead
we
dudes
buy
on the
a
planet.
Yeah, can we buy a restraining bolt for a droid or like 2 just in case?
I
we
mean,
need
you'd
them in
have
the
you'd
future?
have to land to make that happen.
Oh.
So I don't think we should land on this place.
I mean, why not? I mean, you're a light years ahead
because they
away
know
from.
that's where we're going.
I fully agree that yes, no, we should get there. Also, perhaps we should look over the ship. You know, while we have a chance, we should look over the ship for a tracking device of some sort.
Good call. I'm gonna do that. And
That's
get
pretty
right on
good.
that.
They'd be dumb not to track us, right? They'd be dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
They don't strike me as dumb.
No,
Evil,
not
yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Would my mechanics
Yes,
knowledge help me
mechanics
figure out where
is
that would...
no. I mean, you're going to have to make a roll.
know.
So
Can
this
my
is
vigilance help her at all?
no,
Could you maybe get the cat to like
no.
sniff out tracking
No,
devices?
nothing like that. I mean, human tracking,
you want devices?
absolutely. Human tracking, 100%.
My
finding...
point is, I would maybe know where the most likely place is for them to have a tracking
Sure,
device
but
might be.
here's the thing, right? It's going to be 3 purple, and I'm going to put 1 black in there. It's incredibly hard to find a tracking device on an old junker because most of these parts in here are retrofitted anyway. So it's probably going to be near the power source. So I'll give you a blue for that.
Okay.
But it is still going to be like, what the fuck is this? I've never seen this part before in my life. What does it do? You rip it out, lights go off in the hallway, and you're like, oh, I guess that might not be an attracting device. You know, it's going to be a lot of stuff like that. What you're going to have to do is, in order for you to find a tracking device on this thing, you're going to have to literally take it apart piece by piece. So maybe not being in orbit might be the best option for that. So if you want, you can have a little stay over in Anubis, and you can, dismantle this, and maybe even hire some helpers at the place to help sort of, clean the ship a little bit, clean and find. And you guys can find your restraining bolt so you can have an astromech droid. All that sort of stuff will work here at Anubis. So.
Yeah, if we could do that quickly and then GTFO.
Yeah, it'll probably take maybe I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours to sort of identify. It depends on how fast she rolls.
We need to stow these bodies first.
Or jettison them.
Well, I think our dear friend Ray might need to make a roll here. Ray, can you please give me a...
Is your cat gonna eat them?
No. Can you please give me a skullduggery check, please?
Okay.
It's going to be against 2 purple. Yeah, you don't know where any smuggling compartments are on the ship. I mean, you might have. You've heard about it before, but no, not so much.
I have skullduggery as a class skill.
You do, yes. All right, I'll let all of you do it, one at a time, though, please.
I'll go.
Yeah. There is a couple of smuggling compartments on this. It's a YT freighter, of course. It's the Millennium Falcon, basically. If you don't know what a YT freighter is.
Perfect.
So it's
junk.
It's a hunk of all of them are they're very bad chips. Unless you retrofit them yourself, they're very bad. They're unreliable. They're prone to breaking all the time. But the best part about it is that you can rip out a whole heap of the components and just put things in there you don't want the Empire to see. There's plenty of them there.
Okay, well, let's get these corpses hidden.
All right. I like the idea that, 5, 6 episodes down the road, it's like, what is that god-awful smell?
Oh, God. Can't we just, biomass them or something? There's got to be something else we could do.
Your cat can eat them.
I mean, you could fucking go out into space and just, out the back.
Do we have an airlock?
Yeah, let's not do that here though. Let's stick them in the
they'll burn
compartment
up
for
in the
now.
atmosphere, it'll be fine.
Then dump the bodies.
No, dump them in low orbit. They'll decay soon enough. It's just burn the evidence, literally.
Yeah, we would want to get rid of their uniforms, but keep what equipment and useful things they have on them. Maybe scratch the serial numbers off of those rifles.
We should probably keep the rifles and anything that we get from them in the smuggling compartments. Also, I want to show my kitty the smuggling compartments in case I need her to hide in the future.
Yeah. Later down the road, I would like to modify the blasters so they're not obviously Imperial things that we stole.
That'd be great.
But I'm assuming we don't have time for that right now.
I mean, you have as much time as you want. No one's pursuing you or doing anything like that, so.
Okay, well.
That you know of.
Yeah,
let me clarify that. That you know of, right? But you guys have checked in successfully. There's no reason for them to assume otherwise.
Okay, so after we figure out what to do with the bodies, I will get to modifying.
Okay.
What about the astro things?
So you guys will, land. You'll get permission. Do you have a name for the ship?
Oh, we are landing.
Oh, you have to land if you want to, modify the ship and buy astromech droid part and stuff like that. So.
Can't we just jump to a different place and do that somewhere that they don't know where we're going?
I mean,
we have some time is the thing, right? We have a little bit of time.
yeah, you can do whatever you like, whatever you want
So
to do.
we're gonna land, like, go over the ship with a fine tooth comb for
Because the reason why
which
you're
makes
modifying it
ours.
is because
Tracking device.
they want to look for a tracking device if there is one.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
no matter
6
where you
hours.
go, right, Peachy, no matter where you go, if there is a tracking device on there, they're going to find you. So
so go over the ship with a fine tooth comb, look for tracking devices.
Get a restraining bolt for the droid in case we need to make a quick jump in the future.
And they
Get rid
were
of
going to
bodies.
destroy the ship anyway, so if we get rid of the distracting device at the destination planet, they might just assume that the ship was destroyed.
Yeah.
Keep
it.
okay. Okay, so you guys land. You know, you find a reputable. Actually, give me a skullduggery check. You know, maybe you want to look for like a scrapper or something like that can help you pull apart this thing and put it back together fast.
Okay, who's got best skullduggery?
Not me.
I have 3 in cunning, so just 3 green.
Okay, 3 green it is. This is going to be a 2 purple.
Okay, anyone helping?
Helping you look for
This
stuff.
is you talking
Got
over.
nothing I can help.
This is you talking over comms to someone, so it's not like you can help too much, because you have to find a place to land before you land, right? So.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we got a place like that. You can come on down anytime you want. Landing pad. I don't know. Fucking C, I guess. Landing pad C. We'll spray paint it on that bitch. You'll know where it is.
Thank you very much, sir. Your help is greatly appreciated.
Sir? No, that's my father. You just call me Jimmy James.
Thank you very much, Jimmy Jams. Your help is very much appreciated.
You're welcome. Come on down. I'll help you ricochet that ship real quick, you know.
This sounds not good.
I don't know. He seems nice.
Jimmy James.
All right. So you guys land at, Jimmy Jim's space dock, C, on the planet of Anubis.
Freshly spray painted.
Yeah, it's just like, you find it all right? Like a little tiny fat human comes out, like short, fat human, almost dwarfish in size. Big beard, kind of looks like sheepdog.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. We had no trouble finding it at all.
Yeah, I reckon this he helped. So,
Yeah, it did.
what can
Yeah,
I do
very
for you
obvious.
fine folk?
Varel.
What is this, white tea? Yeah, I've seen better ships. What do you want to sell it?
Yeah, need
It's a
some.
hunk of junk.
I'll give you.
We need.
I'll give you 1,000 credits for it. Yeah.
Sold.
No.
All right, here you go. He'll like reach into his pocket and
I
pull
take
it.
the money. I take the money. I take the money.
I rugby tackle you before. No.
Oh, no.
If they don't want me to take the money, I won't take the money.
I'll give you an hour to get your stuff off of here. Yeah.
No,
No.
we've changed our mind. No, he's just don't mind him. He's drunk, very drunk, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, right, back on the ship. Right, yes, no, we need to give it a bit of an overhaul, bit of a once-over. Wasn't that it? You're the engineer. What do we need to do to this thing?
Like a dentist. I don't do mouths. I'm sorry.
No, we're trying to, make sure everything's all clean and up to snuff, and it'll get us to the next place, and also make sure there aren't any
Right, you got here, didn't you? What's the problem?
tracking devices.
Oh, you're looking for tracking devices. Yeah, all right, that's fine. How much money you got on you?
I take out the stick with 225 credits.
Well, that'll get you about bupkis. So, I tell you what, I gotta smuggle some stuff off this planet. This is a piece of shit, but I'm sure we can make a hole big enough to fit something like that. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yes, we definitely don't have anything stuffed inside any holes right now.
Well, I mean, you don't.
I mean, at least you don't have dead bodies on there, right? Eh?
Nah. Yeah, we would have spaced those, wouldn't we? We agreed to space those, right?
No, did we? I thought
No,
we
this
didn't.
joke is more important, Kika.
We faced them.
We got him. We got him all. We stopped him
And with that, I think we have a handshake between Jimmy Jams and I don't know who would be shaking his hand. Who's gonna make the deal?
I'll do it.
All right, so Yaula makes the deal.
He knows how to talk to these people.
He knows how to talk to these people.
I'm not touching him. He's got this weird layer of grease on him.
And with that,
I love the grease layer. Makes you go faster.
and with that, I think we'll call that a show. So
10 out of 10 awkward laugh.
yeah, let's talk about morality real quick right here.
Yeah, Peachy, you murdered fuckers.
Well, let's
I
see.
mean, fucking Empire scum, but yes, I did it. I can't wait to
Peachy, let's not do that just
Your
yet.
own business.
Let's do that.
Mind your own business.
So Peachy, did you settle any disputes without violence through talk?
Yes. Yes. I was very calm to the Inquisitor, and he gave me tea and food.
All right, I'm gonna say no to that.
Damn it.
Kika, did you do anything about slavery?
Nah.
Nah. All
I
right.
prevented myself from becoming a slave, I guess.
But that's not all slavery.
Yeah.
Fuzzy, did you get revenge on killing your master personally?
No.
All right. And Tess, did you aim to spreading your legend through your name, of your name?
No. I spread the legend of...
I remember Ray Woodrow is spreading far and wide across the galaxy now. 7 foot tall Zabrakian with a tusk hat, as mean as they come, So. Okay, so no additional XP. Everyone gets 20 for completing the game. Now let's do some complications. Let's see here. Where did I put that sheet? Oh, I know it's around here somewhere. Hang on, let me pull this up real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I had this cheat sheet already set, but I don't.
I don't think any of us did anything particularly.
No. Oh god, what's it called? Force sensitivity. No. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. I know for a fact that cold murder is 10 points of God, what is it fucking called? I know I have it around here somewhere.
Is it cold murder when they are our captors and Empire?
Yes. Murder. So the only way that you can get away with murder in this game is if they are actively attacking you.
Poirot would have a fucking field day with you, all right? He'd be like, eh.
Yeah. I mean, that's just that force conflict. Okay, here we go. So plus 10 is murder. The PC murders a character. In this case, murder is killing someone who's helpless or is no threat to the PCs. That's what that means.
Well, they Empire, so they are a threat to us.
We were playing Pokemon cards with them.
Yeah.
We're helping us.
And it was a good distraction while I murdered them. I mean, didn't murder.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 30. 10 for each person you killed. So on top of that, I'm going to give you lying for personal gain. Not so much there. I don't think that's really coercion and inflicting emotional abuse. No theft. Theft, yes. I'm going to give you 3 points for this. So you're going to roll a d10 and yeah, just roll a d10 for me, please. Okay. So, Peachy, please, what is your current morality scale? Where is it sitting?
68.
Okay.
Boy.
All right, so you are now 40. You are 10 points away from joining the dark side. Welcome.
I did what I had to do.
Oh, how far
what
you
they
have
all
fallen,
say.
Peachy.
Yeah, look how
You can't actually become stronger, a better morality without doing these conflicts.
yeah, so
I think murdering 3 people is a little excessive.
Empire, they're not people. Fuck them.
All
You
right.
could've knocked him
So let's see.
Conflict. That's straight up cold-blooded murder. You know.
All right,
No,
Ray.
you have to do conflicts, otherwise you'll never.
No, you have to do
I
conflicts.
had to murder them to become better.
Yeah, but you know when you're doing 10 plus, I mean you want to stay under 10 basically. So Ray, aka Tess, give me a D10, please, and I'm going to give you 3 points for theft, and that's about it.
Oh god. 1 second.
Okay, so you get 1 point of light side. So what is your current morality right now?
I can never find this. It's not under combat. It's just under.
It's under
normal
game
skill.
mechanics.
Yeah, it's just on your sheet there.
Where's
On your
that?
first page. Character info, game mechanics.
Oh,
Rally.
okay. So I'm at 54 right now. So what does that do?
What are you at 54?
I was at 54, yeah.
So now it's
where am I?
55.
Okay. Cool.
Let's go Fuzzy, give me a 1d10, and you will have the same, 3 for theft.
Right. On the
7. Okay, so you get 5 points of light side. What is your current morality?
it's 56.
So is 56 now, or 56
Yes.
before?
56 before. Yeah, I haven't changed it yet.
So it would be 61 now.
Cool. And that's 5 light side points. Yeah.
Yep. And let's go Kika. I'm going to give you a bit more though.
Why?
Let's see. Wait. I'm trying to think.
I've been
Lying-
good this game. I
lying
haven't
for-
even deceived.
I'm
not
going
even
to say
lied.
that, but no, that's not for personal gain. It's only when it happens for personal gain. So I was going to say, yeah, you get some points for creating false identities, but it wasn't for personal gain. It was for safety. So, okay, yeah. So you get the same 5. What is your current morality score?
It was at 53, so I'm at 58 now.
Yep. So I mean, like, the way that it works realistically is these are conflicts that you do in order to survive, right? Like, these games are going to be pushing you into situations where, like, you have to deal with the complications put in front of you, depending on how you deal with them and how you approach them. Like, for example, everyone else who knowingly helped in a theft of a ship, for example, your character just sort of like is like maybe meditates on it and then sort of like goes, okay, but it was, for our safety, for the, we're the last of the Jedi Order. We needed to get away from the Empire. Peachy, on the other hand,
I did what I needed to do to survive.
whether or not your
Legally.
character justifies it, it doesn't matter. You feel
yeah.
your soul getting sort of, well,
After last week, and you explained how conflicts work, I'm 100% okay with it.
okay, cool. So let's do some shout outs. Tess, let's start with you.
I like cats.
I like cats.
And lizards. This little guy is my buddy Toothless. He's hanging out. I stream every day except for Mondays, usually around 9 a.m. Eastern. Lots of Destiny right now. And in general, I like action RPGs and FPS games. I intermix Destiny and single player stuff. And I like cats and lizards a lot and running. And yeah, that's me.
Nice. Fuzzy, let's go to you. Hot mic.
Hello. I am Fuzzy Freaks. I stream fuzzy things over on twitch.tv/Fuzzy Freaks. I at the moment have been playing, or today I've been mostly playing Mountain Blade Warband, which is freaking awesome. I'm going to take over Calradia. Yes. And I will probably be playing some more tomorrow. I'm going to take over I'm going to die a lot probably and take over Calradia.
My favorite
I'm
thing
really
is when
forced-
you lose and they drag you around everywhere for like a good 5 minutes and you're just like,
And you're just like, oh, fuck. And you lose all your stuff, and you lose all your dudes, and you might as well just restart. And anyway,
yeah, great. Nice. Peachy Pixel 8, my man. What up? How you doing?
What up? It's your boy Peach Pixelate. That is the number 8, not the letter 8. Find me on Twitch, on Twitter. It's all the same name. I'm there. If you like sci-fi and space wizards, well, if you enjoyed the young Ewan McGregor style Obi-Wan, if you tune in tomorrow to Wax Stevens' channel for Warped, I'm basically doing Old Ben Kenobi over there, which started 2 hours ago, but tomorrow it will start 2 hours ago. Tomorrow. I don't do math.
It's true, he doesn't. I've given him so much shit for that. Speaking about not doing math, but probably better than anyone here, Kika, what up? How you doing?
Hey, I'm Kika. I stream various things at twitch.tv/Kika. That's twitch.tv/KKKA. I've been taking a little bit of a break from streaming this week because I got Wisdom Teeth out on Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
But I really wanted to be here because I really love playing this game. So yeah, but next week I will be back into streaming Final Fantasy IX, in which I voice act every single character in the game. And I also stream cosplay construction and things like that. And you can also follow me on Twitter, where I post a lot of pictures and interact with people a lot because I really like Twitter. So yeah. That's twitter.com/KikaVO. Nice.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed tonight's game. It was a little... I really wanted to introduce Inquisitor Morin, and I feel like I did a good job of that. I'm really happy with him.
I really like him.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
He was actually made by all our people over on the Patreon, and their support made it absolutely possible for that to happen. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed tonight's show, consider following the channel. If you haven't already done so, why not subscribe? Get access to my cock and spread that everywhere, all over Twitch. I'm sticking with that tagline. It's great. I like it. It's just like how Fuzzy does her fuzzy things on her fuzzy stream. But yeah, tomorrow is the start. Later on tonight we're going to have Die Party Omen, and then after that will be the second week for Die Party Replay, which is where we will have all of the shows that you guys might have missed over the week replayed on Saturday and Sunday. And then on Sunday night we will have Die Party Whiskers and Whiskey, which is our mouse guard game, which is fucking awesome. It's a good gay old time.
It's so fun.
It's so fun. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the show. That's pretty much it, though. Have a good night. Don't randomly kill stormtroopers. Put a gun in their hand first and say, "On guard," at least.
Don't kill anyone, please.
Just like, I can't allow you to live.
You've got to keep my little sisters safe. If that means that I have to take the bad stuff, then so be it. I'm the hero they need.
But we all share in the bad stuff because brain links. So you're dragging us down with you, you git.
Yeah, git. All right, guys.
You couldn't.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.